Can't hear me? Okay. Hey, everyone, it's Varian Grant of Indie Volt and Last Call Comics coming to you today from my uh, regular, my personal YouTube. It's, yeah, it's kind of different, right? Right? Okay. Anyway, I thought it'd be kind of a cool thing to do to maybe go around and bother some of the indie artists and writers of comics that I know. So I'm going to try something where I send them all, not all of them, but a lot of them, a invite code on Facebook and see who I can get to pop in here foolishly. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Who are we going to mess with today? Oh, I know. Let's see here. All right, so we've sent a couple of invites to people. We're gonna see who we can get in here, which artists we can get to pop in, and writers and editors, all of my buddies. And the cool thing about this is that I can pretty much say whatever I want to say because I'm not on Indie Vault, so I can get in all types of trouble. Let's see. See. And don't have any viewers right now anyway, so I have nothing to worry about. You hear my dogs in the background. This is a lot less of a professional setting than Indie Vault. Hear my dogs bark in the background. Might hear dishes being washed, housework being done. It's a real laid back type of situation here. Although I do love the lighting. I really love the daytime lighting. It's really nice. It lights my full face up. It's very complimentary to my face. Makes me much more photogenic. And yeah, that's nice. I see everyone who's posting videos right now. I'm not appreciating this at all. um, let's see here. Oops. And send out some invites. I see that some of them have read the invite. To not come in at this point is very upsetting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to beat some people up. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Why is that so grainy? It's like someone utilizing all my precious internet. What's up with my bandwidth? It looks grainy. I watch streams on a TV over here, monitor here, as well as the monitor there, so I can kind of make sure that everything's correct. And I don't know if everything is right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's really grainy. I wonder if my son has left his television on and he's pulling my precious Wi-Fi. It's weird though. It's not. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Gotta look into that. All right. Let's see if it gets better. I'll give it a couple minutes to see if it gets better at all. It might not get better. It looks fine on the streaming software I use, but when it transfers over to YouTube, it's looking pretty grainy, which is the first time that's happened with this program. So, let's see what we have here. Anyway, so yeah, I figured I'd talk about comics for a bit. Indie comics that I have. I'm working on my book. It's called The Begotten. It's a comic I've been working on for years, and the reason why I say years is because I will scrap a book if I don't like it. So I've drawn The Begotten 3 times now to completion. The first time I drew it was very early 2000s. We're looking at maybe 02, 03. It took me about 4 months to do the book. And I had no idea what I was doing. I got some typing paper, some pencils, sharpened them all, sat down at my dining room table. For some reason, I had an art table, but I would always draw on my dining room table and drew that comic, put that book together. Went to a Motor City Comic Con. I hadn't printed the book or anything, just to kind of walk around and, take notes of what I needed. And looking at the books they had, I was like, I'm not releasing my book. So I quickly discarded it. After that, I took a step back from the project, didn't work on it for a while, about 2 years. I kind of went back to like basics, the drawing board, and reworked some characters. And 2 years later, settled in to draw it again. A few years, not 2 years, it was a few years. Worked on some other projects in between that, but there was I started drawing the book again in, I want to say 07, 08, and then could not finish the book. I used to sit down there. I'll show you guys the pages. But I let a buddy of mine ink it, and then for some reason, it wasn't his inks or anything. Just for some reason, I just didn't like the book after we completed it. I mean, the book was finished, and he inked it, and I actually had 2 inkers on it. And after that, I just didn't want to release the book. I don't know if I just got cold feet or what the hell was going on, but I didn't want to put the book out after that. So I didn't put it out, and yeah, it's been sitting in a portfolio. I think this might be here. Is it? No, it's not. Oh, well, I'll show you guys sometime what those pages look like, what they ended up looking like, and why I didn't release the book. I just felt like it could not compete, and it did not represent what I was capable of as an artist. So, you don't put the book out. You just sit back on it. I still can't figure out why my screen is so blurry. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's see here. No, I demand high quality. Yeah, it's not broadcasting in the best quality, guys. I don't know why. Let's see. Say if I'm having issues, I should try restarting my browser. But I think that would end my broadcast, wouldn't it? So, can't have that. Can't have the broadcast ended. No. May have to give it a try though. Anyway, since none of them answered my messages, I know some are at cons, so they probably won't message me. Let's see here. So a lot of anyway, though, as for that book, I have put it back together, and I've started redrawing it. If I could settle down, I could probably get it done in a couple weeks. Finish it. I got a couple pages left, but I have been a stickler for those pages and a stickler for making sure the art is at least the best it can be. So I've been abandoning projects left and right to work on it. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's let me see. I think I have some people coming in. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think the problem of this particular app is that sometimes, in order for people to use it on their mobile devices to check in and join the conversation, they have to download an app, and that could be, for some people, not possible because they don't have space on their phones, or they just don't want to have a phone full of apps that they don't use regularly, like me. I have too many apps on my phone. Sometimes I look too much. Is that thunder or the wind? Yeah, I'm telling. I guess we'll know soon enough. Oh, it might be a thunderstorm. Who knows? So yeah. That's let's see here. I also got a couple of commercial projects I'm working on, and a couple of different projects that I'm watching the calendar. There's a calendar right there. Tick down, the days drop off before this is actually due, and I need to get these things finished. Because if I don't get paid, and if I don't get paid, then there's issues. So yeah. What else do we have going on? Now, normally, again, you guys normally see me on Indie Vote, which you can see you can go to indievote.com as well as the YouTube station every Tuesday at 9 p.m. and then every Thursday at 9 a.m. You can also go to Indie Vote Radio on the Google, on the Google, on Google Play. You can download the app. We have a radio station there where we play indie music as well as Indie Vote TV on the Roku, which streams indie movies all days like Netflix. There's indie movies, so it's free too. You don't have to pay anything to get it. As long as you have a Roku box, you can get Indie Vote TV. And while you're doing that, go over to indievote.com. Check out the site. We got a lot of independent entertainment news there, film, music, movies, comics, and then of course the YouTube. Like and subscribe to that, please. Every week I have Randy Zimmerman on with me. I have Lewis Bright Raven on with me, who they've got a much longer history than I in comics and some professional history too. Lewis has done quite a few things, ghost editing, ghost writing. I'm not sure if he's ever did any ghost art duties. Maybe if I can get him in here, I'll give him another 5 minutes or so. If I can get him in here, maybe I can talk to him about that. If he's ever done any ghost art, that would be interesting. He can draw my book for me. He'll draw the entire book, and that'll be it. I can sit back and claim it all, that I did it all. Wouldn't that be something if you drew a book and someone did that to you? They decided, they pay you to do ghost art for them, and then they don't, credit you at all with any type of help by or whatever. They just, hey, I paid you. It's my art now. I'll say I drew it. That would be pretty harsh. I think I'd be kind of upset about that. Let's see here. Trico, Professor Trico, who just launched the YouTube station last week, is he is not he's not going to be in on the. He's having internet troubles, computer trouble, I should say. Let's see if we can bother him though. Let's see if we can bother him. Who knows? He's been having his computer won't charge. I think that's what it is. So sad, so sad. So it is a very impromptu stream, so I don't have anything planned. So if you're looking for, but we can't. Wait a minute. Aha! We have Miss Katrina. She's joined us. Hello, Katrina.
Hey,
And finally, my broadcast looks decent. I see now. It's weird. My broadcast was horrible at first. It was grainy, and like I was filming it with old rotary cam. It was bad, but now it's a lot better. So, Katrina, this is indie comic pro artist, not so much secrets or whatever. I forgot what I named it.
Oh,
yeah, I did something. I did. This is the cool thing about this is this is on my personal YouTube. I can say what I want to say. I don't have. Yeah. I can say I can totally be a prick. My true emotions can flow forward. They'll just ask me to step down from indie vote as well. Quick question for you. How important is editing?
in general, or
Well, in comics.
I personally think it's really important, and I don't just say that as an editor. Because sometimes I say that and people are like, oh, you're just saying that because you want more work. Well, duh, I want more work. Come on, Jesus. Who doesn't like to be able to go buy groceries? Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't like buying groceries, but I like the ability to buy groceries.
Yeah, you have to know that it's there. If you need it.
Like if I went to my kitchen and there just ain't anything there, I like to know I can go to the store.
Right.
And not have to like try to run out the door with things. I'm making myself sound really professional here, obviously. This is what I do. I'm like, I don't know, what's this link variant showing? Ah, crap, it's a live stream. I didn't know what I was. I can't remember what this was. Yeah. I thought, oh, he's got a video. Oh, yeah, no, I am the video.
Yeah.
Shit. No, I think it's important because you want to put your best work out there.
Mm-hmm.
I've kind of said for years that if you're at a show, somebody comes up, they pick up an issue 1 from you, but you've not had a proofreader even.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've not had anybody, an editor. And look, sometimes if you're a good storyteller and you know what you're doing, you don't need a full-blown developmental editor to walk you baby step through it. But I always think you should have somebody to catch those weird commas and shit. Because, hell, even I go back to something that I've written, and I do this professionally, and I go, oh, yeah, that's wrong. I got to fix that. So that this you put the issue 1, you put no extra work into it, getting somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And they go home. And we'll say you've got issues 1 through 4 on the table. Right. They go back to their hotel room, back to their house that night, and they're going through their stuff, and like, oh, I'm going to read this one that I picked up today. And it's got weird comma places or punctuation weird. Words are misspelled, and we all do that sometimes. You get typing fast, and sometimes it decides what it's going to say and not necessarily what you want it to say. And you know what? They're not going to come back to your table on day 2.
Yeah. I mean, because you basically put out the old. I mean, I've seen some.
I've called them. You hear ash cans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in this case, we're talking trash can. Because that's where let's face it, that's where your book's going to end up, or they're going to throw it in a Goodwill bag, or they're going to, it's never going to be picked up again. And your
ash can in the trash can.
Yeah, they're not going to come back for book 2, and you've lost sales simply because, like, for example, I charged $30 an issue. So because you didn't want to spend $30, how many sales have you just lost? The potential for sales. Because if you're anything like me, if you like something, you're telling people you like something. And those people sometimes go and look for that thing. So put the time and effort in.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I can see. I picked up some books where there's been some heinous misspellings, And I mean, like something that takes you out the store. Usually, I can go past it. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can bring up something here because this is interesting.
Hey, link me your YouTube.
Okay.
Because I'm sitting in here. Why weren't you actually working on this project you're supposed to be working on? Well, you know, I accidentally fell into a YouTube. hate when that shit happens.
Let me see where. Okay, yeah, you want me to shoot you the link? I will do so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of K's on my.
Well, you can do it right. You can do it here in the.
Oh, that's right. I could, couldn't I? Yeah, I forgot about the.
The fancy private chat here that you all can't see.
Yeah.
We have our own chat. You don't have it.
Yeah, we can say, "Holy shit! Don't say that." We can do that. I mean, we can do that.
We're all super mature around here.
No, yeah. It's a very professional setup.
I just asked me. I was like, I just said, "Oops!" I accidentally jumped into a live stream, and they're like, "Of what?" Why don't you come and find out?
Yeah, we've.
Oh, I just saw your post. Your wife left you here on device. Oh, thanks, Krista.
Yeah. Let's see. My dog is going crazy in the background because he's not used to being sectioned off. Because, see, if he was out, he thinks that I'm a chair. And so
I have a couple of cats that way.
Yeah.
Joe, if anybody's ever seen me live stream, you'll know because they wander across. Sometimes they chase each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's very distracting, and you know.
I seen a post the other day, Katrina.
Was it by me?
No.
I mean, I do that. I do post things.
You know, it was a post from good. See,
so as our favorite comic book creator.
Well, one of my favorite comic book creators. And I think you've seen it too. Trico posted it.
Oh, okay.
From a Facebook post.
You guys know ever since you started talking about how to pronounce his name, I now in my head cannot pronounce it correctly.
What are you saying, Trico?
I do, and I would say Trico in my head. And poor guy, we're gonna finally meet, and I'm gonna have to avoid calling him by name. I'll be like, "Hey, you guy." I'll be like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. It's all Marriott's fault. He said Trico one day, and now I can't get it out of my head. It's all your fault."
Yeah, we It's okay for the first few years of our friendship. I called him Trico because I thought it was Trico. I thought that's what it was.
Some of these names, and don't get me. I mean, look, it's not your fault that your parents named you something weird.
Yeah.
You know, but some of these names are really awesome, but I have not the first freaking clue how to pronounce them. I'd be like, I'm going to try to say this, and if I am wrong, I am so sorry.
What's the origin of Katrina?
The origin of Katrina?
Is it Russian or something? Or
it is Dutch, I believe.
Dutch? Okay.
My mother got. Okay, so story of my name for anybody who cares, which is absolutely nobody. But I'm going to tell you anyway, because I got a camera and you don't. I'm all spunky today. I don't know. So the story goes, as far as I'm aware, is that my father wanted to name me after his mother. And her name was actually Leah Rosella. Mm-hmm. But he didn't want to name me Leah, which is actually a pretty name. He wanted me to name me Rosella. And my mother went, oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was reading, I guess, some Hans Christian Andersen or something. And came up with Katrina.
Ah.
And then they compromised. It's actually, if anybody, see, this is the top secret shit, because I don't ever use my middle name. And when I tell you what it is, you'll know why. But my actual name is Katrina Rose. But when you put that with my last name, oh my God, it's the worst fucking shit ever. So,
sorry,
yeah,
yeah,
no, it's terrible. I should have known not to marry my ex-husband just on that. Mm-hmm. That when you say my full name, it is atrocious. But when I got divorced, it was easier for the kids to keep my married name, and I didn't really want to go back to being associated with my birth family.
Mm-hmm.
So, because at the time, well, there was some stories, and if anybody knows them, they're, I don't know.
What would you do you think that like I've always wondered, and then maybe you can fill me in on this, and because this is my stream, I can ask what I want.
So
I've
we can
always
talk about
wondered.
whatever.
I've always wondered how people who have like use pen names. For instance, if you were to decide that you're going to be Cat whatever, Cat Smith, would you have to like claim that that's your name? Like how do you claim that's you? Like if you do something online or anything, how do someone else show up and claim that Cat Smith, correct?
I mean, let's face it, a name is a name. You can't really copyright your name.
Right.
I mean, as far as like printing version, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I go to Amazon, I just can type in any name I want as the author's name.
Mm-hmm.
When I actually do mine, because I write in multiple genres,
mm-hmm. different
genres will probably have a variation on my name. Like the young adult series that I'm doing with Nick is Katrina Rose. When I do say like erotica, I'll probably first initial last name.
When I no, are you the author of Two Sisters a Sandwich?
No. But man, I'm so jealous that I didn't find that book first, because damn it. I have a thing for weird books. I have a thing for old books and weird books. And old dictionaries. I don't even know what that's about. But yeah, so yeah, that I probably would, if especially being in a free bin, I 100% probably would have picked that sucker up.
Oh yeah. I was it
Varian finds the weirdest shit, and I'm so jealous because nowhere around here has really awesome weird shit.
I was at Second of Charges today. I picked up some comics. I picked up Too Cool to Be Forgotten.
Is that the cigarette logo?
Almost. It made like a box of cigarettes almost. See?
It looks like a box of cigarettes, and that looks like.
Yeah, but there's this K. They're cool as.
Is it? I'm not a smoker, so I worked at a gas station once for a summer, so that's probably the only reason that I even registered that looked like.
Look! I grew up black in Detroit. Every child knows every cigarette brand because your grandmama sent you around to the store.
Down to the corner store to pick up a bag. Yeah.
So you knew Cools, you knew Marlboro, 100. That ain't what my grandma smoked. Give me now.
That ain't the right box. No.
You're gonna get me in trouble when I get home. I have to come back.
I don't need a whooping with a slipper.
but inside the book is this. And there's a sketch.
You got a sketched autographed copy.
Yeah, now I'm not Brian, who this book belonged to at one point. But
but that's the thing. I like weird old books. One of the things I actually love is when I find like an old book, or whatever, and I flip it open, and it's got. I mean, I don't really think I found autographed copies, but I find ones that like somebody has given to somebody else. So they've written a little inscription on that front page. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what happened to the person who got this book. Did they hate the book?
Yeah.
Did they die and it's just been donated? I come up. I think this is the writer portion of my brain, because I come up with these stories about the people who owned the book. Like, what was their relationship to Jenny? Who gave them the book?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's cool. Other people are like, oh God, why would you want somebody else's? Okay, because it's even more story to the story. That's why.
I've thought about that. I've got a book that was donated from a family to another one, to another family, and we thought you could use this book. And I was like, oh, I'm looking at it, and you think, like, what happened? Did they just sour on the family, or were they like, I don't like these people anymore. I don't want anything they have. Get this book out of here. And not just that too, like I don't know. You just start wondering where these books came from, and it could be the book version of a Divic box. You never know. It could be, this book could be demonic. I open this up and it's over. And I've brought.
You've opened Pandora's book.
Yeah, I brought desolation and heartache into my household. I've already got that. It's called a wife.
Yeah, we're good.
um,
it's called teenagers. I got a bunch of them. We're good.
Yeah. Jr. Who is a writer, up and coming writer. I call him Jr. Even though his name is James, and I'm guessing that the R is his middle name.
Is this the same JR that I know?
Yeah. I think he's been in the chat before.
Well, that don't help me none. Yeah, okay. I don't even. I'm not gonna lie, folks. If you're chatting at me right now, I wouldn't even know it because I don't have YouTube open. So.
Well, you know, if you go to the comments in the section, you can see the comments. You see people in the chat.
No, I don't have any comments. What are you talking about?
You don't have it says private chat. Yeah. Thing. It says comments.
No, mine doesn't say comments. It just says private chat.
You don't. Oh, wow, that's kind of weird.
Maybe if I actually signed up and logged in, but just like this, I don't get to see jack shit.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well.
But yeah. So I don't know. Is this the J?
Well,
I'm trying to think.
Professor Trike says, I mean,
no, we weren't talking about you at all. No. We're just talking about my own inadequacies and names and shit. Yeah, no, we're good. You know that we got way off. Like you were gonna say about what he posted, and then we got going off on names and demonic books and
yeah.
Whatever the hell. So what did he post that we were going to talk about now that he's here and
we're talking about his name and how we can't pronounce it.
Yeah, we can. I just don't.
Well, and now you know what's funny is the how I found out I was pronouncing it incorrectly. There were 2 times, and it was in the same week. They ran an ad somewhere. I don't know if it was online or on television for Trico windshield wipers. And they said Trico. And I'm like, that's not how you say that. Those idiots.
Man, they pay good advertising dollars to be fucked up.
And then later,
nope, leaving them off. Can't see.
Stephanie Menard said she did a project with Trico, and I was like,
crap! If Stephanie said it that way, it's that way.
Yeah. And I thought I've been saying this man's name incorrectly for years, and
that's terrible. And it's like. I mean, I look at like my friends list, and I've done live streams, wherever, and people are like, so you've seen a really good Kickstarter, have you seen this? And I'm like, shit, I've got to try to say this person's name, and I'm going to fumble it all up. But maybe if I get a Kickstarter sale, it won't matter. They'll forgive me. I mean, and it's like, look, guys, I always say, guys, look, it is not intentional. I'm not fucking up your names because, anything other than my own inability to know how you say your name. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing with social media, though. We read names, we don't hear them.
You've been saying my name wrong for years. I demand you back my Kickstarter.
That's right.
I demand it.
That's right. If you say my last name is Rohit, you owe me like $20.
Rohit, Katrina Rose.
Rohit. Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Text message, lovely.
Hey, I've got a quality text message. Shall we read it out live on air? It's not exciting. I'm not gonna read it. It's just asking if somebody got back to me.
Jason says my own name is confidential. I'm surprised you don't remember, but JR tattooed on my arm that it's just JR Jr. is all, but people just calling me that, which is better since I'm grown.
Okay, wait. So this is the JR.
Yeah, the JR. Yep.
Oh, this is not the JR that I know then.
Okay, it might not be.
Because I know another guy who goes by JR, and a different last name. It's not John.
Yeah. I keep joking on JR that he needs to have another son named Ben. Ben Dunn.
Okay then.
There is a Ben Dunn. He actually owns Antarctic Press.
Yes.
Yeah, so that'd be good. However, I do hope that my wife's cousin Jasmine, I hope she meets and marries a guy whose last name is Rice. That will be comedic gold for me for years. Oh, look out. It's Jasmine Rice. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I've realized that, not that I have any intention of ever getting married again, because I 100% do not. But yeah, I got to be more careful in the future.
I don't know. There's several suitors. Since you've been on Indie Vote, guys have been knocking on the door. They've been They've been asking
whose door they knocking on? Because they haven't knocking on mine.
They've been knocking on mine. They want me to be hitched. They want me to.
I see.
They want me to make the hookup, make the connection.
Okay, guys. So here's the deal. If you're too chicken shit to talk to me directly, you ain't got a chance.
No, you know how some guys are. You know?
Oh my god! Did you see the pictures I posted of me last week I guess it was earlier this week on Facebook.
Yeah.
So the first one I did, it became my profile picture, mostly because somebody dared me to make it my profile picture, and I didn't really want to do it. Didn't love the photo, but either way, it posted, and the comments started rolling in. I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" Then this guy down your way, part of the state, starts trying to slide into the PMs.
DMs.
What do we see? I thought, yeah,
sliding to the PMs.
Well, no, because one PM, private messages is at Facebook or Twitter, because one's DM, one's PM.
Yeah, it's Facebook is private message, I believe, but DM's direct. DM's like direct message, but yeah.
So that's Twitter. So see, I had it right. Don't you go mocking me, boy. Shit, don't make me drive down there.
So he's messaging you.
So he's messaging me completely. I mean, at first it was like, wow, you're really sexy, and I'm like, thanks. I'll be polite. But then it just like keeps going. And I look at his profile. He's married, and he says something about like more pictures or something stupid. And I was like, how would your wife feel about that? And he's like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Like, I'm just joking. I'm like, okay. A couple days later, it was the next day, I threw that other picture up there. And I like the second picture. Not going to lie. Totally do love the second picture. And he slides back in again. And he's like, I really meant what I said. I really do think, you're super sexy. And he's like, it's obviously you've got like big boobs and ass and shit. And I really like that. And I'm like, well, thanks. It's kind of hard to hide it. What do you want me to do? Yeah, that sums him up. And but it was like, I said something probably about his wife again. And he's like, oh, Holly, I'm like really just joking. I'm like, saying you're just joking does not negate the shit that you just said. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And I haven't heard from him since. So maybe he got the point. Like the point is, guys, I will 100% screenshot shit and send it to your wife.
You messed up, Katrina. You messed up.
I did.
You messed up.
I could have had a Detroit. I could have had a Detroit sugar daddy. And
you could have had you. Listen. The next time that happens, you notify me first. What you do is you sell him content. You sell him a subscription to your premium Snapchat. Okay. Where you keep all of the good photos in, okay? And there could be nothing on the What's he gonna do? Get the money back? No. You make him Cash App it to you, Venmo it to you. Don't use PayPal. PayPal will give him the money back if he bitches. But Venmo and Snapchat, get that money. Who is he gonna tell his wife?
PayPal won't give him his money back if I make him send it as friends and family.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's no buyer protection with friends and family.
That's true.
Don't tell my clients that.
Just make him
make sure he gets it getting paid before we tell him I don't even have a Snapchat.
He'll be super excited. This is our information. This is all information from a man who's married to a cam girl. So yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't work that one well, but I was just not having it. Like, dude, I think it's one thing, look, guys, at least pretend to have a conversation. Like, just pretend at least. Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is honestly a guy who's been lurking around my Facebook for I don't even know how long because he's a comic creator. Oh!
Yeah. Yes.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah. Guys and gals, everybody. I say guys like I say dude. It's all encompassing. If you have a bunch of mutual friends in common, and they're people I know, not like a bunch of mutuals that I don't know who the hell these people are and how they got on my list to begin with. I tend to accept those folks. But this is somebody who has never, ever had any kind of interaction with me prior to deciding he needed to share his feelings about my body with me. And I was like,
I mean, yeah, because he's like, oh, baby, sweet,
yeah.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't make light of it, but I mean, could you imagine? He's probably sitting there, oh, Katrina. Yeah. Oh.
But it was weird. I would say this, it was interesting, the reactions I got to the photos. Because if people have been around a while, I don't usually post photos of myself. I'll, post photos of a million different things.
It's Louis Bright Raven.
It's Louis. Loses when I can't even talk. Yeah. So you talk about mispronouncing names. What the hell was that?
Yeah. Louis Bright Raven. Yeah, I'm glad Louis is he uses his Native American name, because I would slay his given birth name. It never.
No, you wouldn't. Try it.
I can't even pronounce it. Okay. So, am I allowed to say it on air? Is that fine?
Yeah.
Type it.
Bert.
Type it for me so I can slaughter it.
Okay. Let's see.
Somebody type it for me so I can slaughter it.
Is it BURT?
BERT.
BERT.
Yeah.
Don't worry about my first name. Just the last name.
All right. Let's how many times?
All right. Here. There it is.
Renke.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. See,
I think it's because honestly, I must say this. I think it's because I've heard somebody say it before.
That's fine.
Because
it's really no way to slaughter it. Ranky is right. Ranky is right. Renke is right. So it's like
we can call him Renke.
Reinke, whatever. But anyway, just
Katrina was telling us that she was minding her own business. Minding her own business.
So that's the problem. Is I should stop minding my own damn business and just get into everybody else's. Yeah. Then they won't have time to get into mine.
Right. You'd be surprised how much that helps.
This didn't work the way I hoped it would.
I'm just not noticing. No, but it was interesting the different reactions I got from those two photos. I had people PMing me telling me that they were unprofessional and that I shouldn't be posting those kind of things if I want people to hire me. I was like, dude, there is not enough skin showing on those to be considered risque.
Well, here's the thing.
But they're like, oh no, that first one especially was really sexy and that's inappropriate. And I'm like, okay. But other people, telling me how much, they enjoyed that. I kind of
stuck it to like what you got on right now.
It essentially, literally, it was a tank. They were both tank top photos.
Yeah.
And I had pants on. The first one you couldn't tell because it was just upper, but yeah, I was, no worse than what I am currently wearing now.
Okay.
But it was interesting. I had other people saying how awesome they thought it was. I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone and posted actual pictures of myself. And it was just, and then I had, sleazeballs, right. But I had like the full range of possible reactions to two really fairly innocent photos.
Well, you're gonna always get some type of.
I'm just and I did work that one wrong. I could have made some cash off that one guy, but completely.
You could have.
I blew it.
You could have had him send you, telling you buying that premium Snapchat, buying that.
I know. I have to work that one better next time.
That's where the money's at. However, Katrina led us on to some breaking news.
The sleazeball was a comic creator.
Here it is. Some sleazeball comic artist is a cheater.
I'll be honest. I don't know if he's an artist or a writer. I don't really recall. I didn't dig that deep to find out the details, but yeah, he was definitely a creator out of the Detroit area.
Hope I know him, so I can talk shit.
See, remember we talked about cats feeling they need to be in the way?
Well, my kitty has to go to the vet on Monday morning because he's not doing well.
Zeus, get off.
My cat from several years ago died in the closet. Everyone just went. It named him Gotham. I found him, raised him for about 2 months. Then he went in the closet and died.
had one who, I mean, it's not unusual for them to hide when they don't feel well.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one.
Yeah, I didn't. I ended up not seeing him for like about 2 hours. I figured, I said, oh, I better go check on Gotham because he, had been digging around the closet.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in there. I moved some shoes. I thought he was asleep. Moved some shoes. When you move stuff around your cat and they don't move, something's up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lewis, I asked a question earlier, and I said if I got you in here, I was going to ask you: have you ever done any ghost art, or do you know of anybody ever doing ghost art duties?
Yeah, that's what I did at Marvel.
Okay. I didn't know if I don't know if it was ghost writing, but was it ever just ghost art too? Were you
ghost inking?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, anything that's ghost is really just that you just weren't publicly credited. So,
see, I got to be publicly credited. I got to go out there and say, "Hey, credit me for what I did. I'm great."
The only time I considered ghost anything like was ghost writing, and it was because it was male smut.
Smut.
And they were paying well enough that I considered it.
Wait.
I actually submitted a sample.
Male smut. Is that difference? Is like what's the?
Well, we're talking like gay erotica.
Okay.
Gay romance novels.
Okay.
It's a really large niche within the romance smut writings.
Right. So they were.
Yeah, there was a company, and I thought they were kind of shady, but I decided, you know what? Let me write a sample anyway, because if they turn out to be legit, and I submitted my sample, and they never contacted me. But I have 2 really good chapters of a future book if I decide to write it. and I'll say this: I know it's good because I sent it to a gay friend of mine who is, he's my favorite curmudgeon, but he's incredibly picky and opinionated on like everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent it to him because I knew I would get a legitimate response. Like, he's not just going to tell me; he's going to tell me, everything. Mm-hmm. And he actually really enjoyed it. And he said that he actually like burst out laughing at one of the lines I wrote, and I was like, okay, good, because if it came across how I intended it to come across.
Yeah,
But outside of that, you'd have to pay me some serious money.
See, Katrina, you just simply hired a self-sensitivity reader.
Except asking around, apparently I've not been very sensitive this week.
No. You're banned from several boards. As a matter of fact, there's talk about
I've
you.
never even been on, but
there's talk about you in the indie community on some of the comic book Facebook groups. I'm just kidding. I'm not talking about you. Like where?
Wait, what?
Send me the invites.
And is who behind it? Because if he is, I will slap that boy down in a heartbeat.
No, you're fine. However, Lewis, is that your Elton John hat? Is that your Elton John hat?
No.
It's got a rocket on it.
Yes, I know. At least you recognize what it was.
Yeah.
My dad didn't get it quite a center where it was supposed to be when he ironed it on. But
so the deer went up on me because I couldn't figure out what it was. It looks like a giant kernel of corn. Oh yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Now you got it close. Now I can see it. Definitely a rocket.
Yeah.
Looks far less like a giant ear or kernel of corn.
I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I got and asking the origin of the rocket hat now. I'm intrigued. It reminds me of like if you work for like Rocket Pizza, and that's what your delivery hat is.
I want to work for Planet Pizza.
Planet Pizza, yeah. I've seen that they got those hats at Five Below.
Then I could be in all of the Pixar movies too.
Oh, there's another one.
That one is better.
Yeah. That's a bull, right?
That's a skull.
Yeah,
skull and feather.
Oh, the Brahma bull with a feather. So it's a Native American bull.
Right. A little bit too high again, but that's life.
Yeah.
I get them when you put it down lower because they're iron-on transfer patches, and they just a hat's not easy to do it.
Yeah. Right. Oh, Varian, just so you know, I put in private chat the name of.
I seen it. I've seen it. I think that sounds familiar, but Let's see here.
Yeah, we're out here just to spill the dirt today. We're like,
Yeah.
No filters.
Yeah, looks familiar, but yeah. And you know what? I mean, is that the wife? The wife doesn't look bad. The wife isn't. I can see if the wife was a. You know, wife doesn't look bad, but maybe he just wants himself a little bit of the cat, and I mean that in every way you can imagine. Maybe he decided he was gonna come over there to your neck of the woods. I mean, you know, listen. I will tell you something that I've noticed. Men, we do some men will do some really weird stuff. For instance, when I was younger, for some reason, like when I had actual cable in my room, I could not get the 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 squiggly channel to come in with the porn, you know.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it in. I'm like, what the hell's going on? This is unfair. This is unfortunate for me. I need that squiggly station.
Duh.
I've got to, yeah. So
it's right there taunting you.
Right. But because of this new television I had, I couldn't get that in. It just told me station not found. So my ass went all the way downstairs to the basement, grabbed up a put a big old 27-inch TV, hooked it right into the back of the TV. You know, went on my station. I could see all the squiggly lines. And keep in mind, I'm like 15 years old. And I thought, wow, all this, let's see, a pixelated boob. All this work I did.
Wow.
I went down to the basement, unscrewed the TV, came with a lie about why I needed the TV. Okay? All of this work. And men will do that. So when you think about the fact that a man is like, hey, you're sexy. I got a wife, but you're sexy. When you think about that, keep in mind that he will drive from his location to yours just for a piece of the rock. Just for a piece. They should be ashamed of themselves, because I set up a new rule for myself even before I got married. I had a radius. You had to be within 10 miles. Yeah,
if I had to burn real gas, it ain't happening.
Yeah, especially when I found out there was takeout at the local strip club. I was like, okay, there's no need for me to even. Why can't listen? Champagne is a sure thing. Okay, I go in there, I give champagne 150, done deal. I go up, I come take you. I take you to the movies, I take you to dinner. I gotta sneak you back in the house. I gotta
make sure I shower so I don't smell like you.
Right. That's not gonna happen. I can't deal with that. Now you go to the strip club, it's a sure thing. You pay Yvette $150, or she asked for the other week. What was it? I was joking for a friend of mine. A buddy called me and put his business out there in the street. I think I told you.
His friend told him about this.
No, Katrina, I messaged you a couple weeks ago about it. My buddy called me and he said, Katrina knows about it. He said, oh, Lewis has died.
The story hadn't even gotten to the good part yet.
Yeah. Are you okay, Lewis?
No.
Did the screen break?
I don't know.
Oh.
That was just really dramatic. I'm laughing at a reaction more than it's funny.
Yeah, it scared the hell out of me. Actually,
no, it's just these stupid cords here just aren't working. They don't.
Does your door not touch the floor? What is that?
No, it doesn't. It's like a little trap door that leads to another part of the like a crawl space, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed the door before. Usually she's sitting in front of it, and I was like, "Oh, the door don't go to the floor."
Watch your step. Yeah. So, well, anyway, my buddy calls me. He says, "Very, I need help. What's going on, man? I need help."
This is live, right?
Yeah. We don't care. We don't care.
I need help. I'm going to jail. I need your help. I need being bailed out. I need to be bailed out. I'm like, what happened? He tells me that he went to strip club. Hey, there's a couple strip clubs here in Detroit. Well, I don't live in Detroit, but there's a couple strip clubs in the Detroit area. The strip clubs aren't even in Detroit. They're not. But he needed help. He needed to get bailed out because a buddy of his decided to well, they went to strip club together and they got lap dances, and the girl went in the back with him and decided that she was going to have some fun. Now, apparently, what he didn't know was this fun that he had was going to cost him $100. And
it's a steal.
Yeah, right. It's a big deal. That's big friend prices. That's a discount.
That's friends and family times too.
And he didn't have the 100, and the police were called and all this other stuff, and the club was in trouble because he told the girl off, but the girl lied. Apparently, he says the girl lied and said that it was $100 worth of dances he didn't pay, not $100 worth of
extracurriculars.
Yeah, and so he was very upset about that, and so that's how I know that. And then he's like, the girl told him, just pay the hundo, HUNDO, just pay the hundo. So that became a quote for a while with me and Randy. I just pay the hundo. Forget it. It became synonymous with just forget. Just pay the hundo. Just pay it. Avoid controversy. Avoid the cops.
Avoid a police record.
Yeah. I don't know if there's been talk of a lot of just another thing I noticed too this week. Has anybody seen the pictures from Wizard World Philadelphia? Which I can put it here in the private chat. I'm pretty sure I can't, but I will try. It ain't looking good, fam. It ain't looking good. It's basically empty. I'm hearing reports from people saying that they didn't even advertise up until about a week ago.
Wizard World Philly is an established show, so I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't be advertising something, but if you're at least local or been in the industry a while, you should know it exists.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, let me see if I can send it to you guys. I don't know if I can put it in the chat. I wish I could. That would be great, but no, they won't let me. Yeah. No. That'd be too nice. Maybe that'd be something I asked the beta guys for. But I can send it to you guys in messages. And it is.
Check the messages that I sent you.
What was that?
You should check the messages I sent you.
Did you see the messages?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sent Katrina the wrong one. Hold on, there's a picture.
Send me a YouTube.
Yeah, I sent you the wrong one. Yeah, here's
Oh no, that's terrible. What day? Yeah. Do we know what day this is? This is Saturday.
That was at noon today.
Okay, today's Saturday. I was like, what day of the week am I on? Oh no!
I've already seen a thing about the pictures for that recently, like maybe 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I've been here for 15 minutes, so I've been paying no attention to Facebook.
Yeah, that's oh, Lewis has sent me a bunch of books. Okay, Lewis, I'll open those up and take a look at them.
Actually, it was the last one that I thought you should really take a good look at and share with everyone. Since we're talking about what we're talking about, it kind of sort of fits the blue.
Is it the?
It's the Gandalf.
That's a 6-gun ruler.
The Gandalf one. Okay. At the very bottom.
All right. Let's see here. That's pretty funny. Let's see if I can share that. That'd be kind of funny. Let's see here.
Sorry, I posted a link to this, and you've titled this "Indie Comic Artist Not So Pro Secrets," and a creator, posted this thing. I don't know if you guys saw it. About tell me a secret about you, tell me something nobody knows about you.
Mhm.
I was like, I can't think of anything.
It's not about the pee thing, is it?
Yeah, this isn't about the pee thing again, is it?
Well, you fell into the live stream, so you know.
I did. I just kind of fell into it, and
no, isn't that perfect for what?
Yes. Gandalf likes to show it all off, man. He's
Yep, there you go. That's what we do.
I came back just in time for that. I was, yeah, I know. But no, this guy. I was like, I can't. I said, I don't think. Like my response to the guy when he posted was, I could tell you anything because I don't think we know each other at all because we've never interacted.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, you're a writer and an editor, and I know you have a secret dating back from your childhood. And so I told him the first thing that came into my head, which happened to be that when I was a kid, I grew up in a neighborhood of all boys.
Mhm.
And this is Michigan, and there's snow in the winter. And, you know, boys like to whip it out and try to write their name in the snow. And I wasn't one to be left out. So I used to, I mean, this is how old I am, guys. We used to have glass bottle soda, you know.
Mhm.
And so I would just, you know, when I knew we were going to be going out and playing, I'd just, you know, pee into a glass bottle and take it out with me so I wasn't left out of the competition.
Okay.
Oh dear God.
I never won, but I gave myself points for ingenuity.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you tried. I mean, that's all you can do is try. That's all you can do.
And once again, Fago, totally willing to be sponsored at any point.
Those cheap, you know what's over at Fago.
I'm still working on my get sponsored by Grand Traverse Pie and Fago.
It won't stick. I have a Caliber Comics.
I have one of those around here somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Picked up at a show.
Wow, my fingernails are really dirty. Anyway, I've been drawing, so I'm pretty sure there's tons of graphite. There was graphite on my hands the other day.
We're just random as hell today. Like,
Yes.
this is gonna be. See, now I can never hold a political post because now everybody's gonna know that, you know.
Dean,
like it's none of your business.
Says, competitive much? Katrina, competitive much?
Depending what it is.
Mhm.
It depends how much drama is going to be involved. If it's a big drama thing, I'm out. But yeah, I can be. I've passed it definitely on to my younger child. And what in hell is all over this? How do people wear glasses? I can't stand this. It drives me nuts.
I want to send you guys a link too because you guys are both.
I can't have anything like contacts touching my eyes. That's why
I can't. No, I can't do these. I mean, I have mine are reading glasses. I'm supposed to have them whenever I'm looking at a screen.
Oh,
but I cannot keep them clean for anything. And the OCD and the smudges are not compatible.
I know what you mean.
I spend more time trying to get them clean than I do actually wearing them. I think it just. And then my oldest does not have this problem. He's worn glasses since he was little, and I will look at them. I'm like, I don't even know how you see out of them. They're so filthy, and it doesn't faze him at all.
I'm
glad that he didn't inherit the OCD, but
I'm gonna send you guys to both of you, and I guess I shouldn't show it to the viewers and whatnot, but I got 2 pieces of content from a creator, and all right, there we go. All right, I'm gonna send you guys these edits that an editor sent to a pal of mine, and I want to know if you guys agree with these edits. Okay, so I'm gonna send you the page because they edit. Let me see. Here we go. Okay.
Well, first off, am I seeing a page or am I seeing the whole context?
You're gonna see the page, but because the edits are just for that page.
Okay.
And so you're gonna see the regular page and then the edits, and then you guys think I sent them both to you guys. Hopefully I sent them in the right order. If not, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can kind of tell.
Oh, I wish. I'm gonna put this up actually up on my phone so that I can
Okay.
blow this up. It's on my laptop.
The faces that I see.
Well, the faces are because I can't see what I'm trying to see, so it's gonna look very squinty and like what.
And first, do you guys like that? Do you guys like an editor editing there on the page?
I don't edit on the page. I do all of my stuff in a Word document. So I'll put it on a Word document. I'll be like page 1, panel 1, notes. But that's just me. That's
I need
how
glasses.
do
I
it.
feel left out. I need glasses. I feel left out.
I know.
What in the hell is he trying to make a big deal out of?
Okay, maybe I'm missing something. Hold on, because the problem is when I blew it up now the text is distorted. So
Lewis's mouth.
Basically, his main thing is he's saying the guy has way too many spaces in between words.
I guess.
And some of basically a lot of the lettering is not.
Okay, so wait, let me. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm looking at the first image. So is the guy is his notes? Okay.
There's two images. There's two images I sent you.
Okay, so I should look at the second image for this guy's notes?
Yeah.
Because I'm just confused by this like weird black and white. Like what is that? Is that like his? Is that actually like a dialogue box? Like he's got.
Yeah, those
That
kind of like a mental thing he's seeing from the black shadow in the corner figure in the top right corner.
Okay. If I hadn't see, again, problem with looking at it on your phone is I'm having to do one of these, but I can't read it at all on my laptop.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Let me look at the second image though to see.
What do you think about that? What do you think about someone editing right on your image? Does it help you?
Not really. I mean,
unnecessary space.
Yeah, he's saying there's too much space.
Space between lines is too small.
Mm-hmm.
With the capital N, lines should not touch. Okay, I agree with that.
On the second panel, I agree with the line.
I agree that the line shouldn't touch. Space between lines is too small. Again, with the capital touching. Yeah, but he thinks there's too much space between the regular letters. Okay, I'm with him on the line spacing. I think they're too close to each other. But
all the rest of having the red letters in between all the words, I think that would just make it.
Well, I think that his role, like,
it just depends.
I mean, I think he's just saying that he thinks the guy's double spacing between his words.
Yeah.
In which case, I think that he made. I mean, it doesn't have that kind of space between the letterings. The letters, not letterings. That's not even a word. Yeah. So I mean, maybe, but it's not like to a level that's offensive to me.
Right. Maybe fix the one where it's where they're right on top of each other.
Definitely do a little bit of.
But the word spacing is not a problem to me.
The only time that it does bother me is that first panel.
Mm-hmm.
With I wish y'all could see this, what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Let me try to explain this to you. So there's a weird shaped text bubble, a dialogue bubble,
mm-hmm.
And it's.
Which one are we talking about?
I'm just gonna say the line. Nobody's gonna know what this is from anyway.
Okay.
It says that was foolish. Is it Nia? See, again with weird names I don't know how to pronounce.
Yeah.
Nia. We're gonna go Nia because Nia sounds more masculine than Naya. So we're going to go with that. And it's a male character, as far as I can tell anyway.
Right.
That one, the space between was and foolish
mm-hmm.
does stand out a lot because the way you got that was foolish, Naya.
Mm-hmm.
because you got just the two words on top and bottom,
Sure.
that space is really, really obvious.
Well, I think what the problem with that one is that foolish is of a larger font than the rest of the words.
Oh, you're right. It is. Now that again, guys, I'm looking at my phone, so I'm not getting good accurate.
So the spacing on that should be different for the whole word balloon.
Bubbles right in the middle of faces is that's not in the middle of the face. You only got half a face there anyway.
I've seen that before. I've seen that in Marvel comics, DC comics. I see that in
the bubble right here on the face.
Yeah. I've seen. I mean, I think I could probably pull the comic up and find it.
But actually, I mean, that doesn't bother me simply because it's not a whole face.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you had an on face like this, like
and
you put it like right here, or like right here in the middle of the nose. I mean, that would be like, what the fuck is that?
I remember a lot of
that doesn't bother me.
You know a lot of 90s comics, Lewis, like this, word balloons.
Actually, I'm more bothered by the Z scroll thing in the top left corner.
Top left. Like I'm
where it says Los Sombras, California.
Yeah.
Don't even need that. Just put a regular word balloon or caption box.
Yeah. You know what? That doesn't bother me. I didn't actually notice it was a Z.
When you look at everything else, it's just kind of like it doesn't fit the rest of the.
This is why you don't have two editors.
Yeah.
we never agree. We don't.
Yeah.
And guys, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna find this when you hire editors.
Yeah.
Some of us have very different preferences than others. Like you want to know something that bothers me, and it's actually completely a legitimate comic thing. It's not wrong. That it bothers me is the ellipsis where you end one with an ellipsis and start the next one with an ellipsis, which to me is like a double ellipsis and just but it's not wrong.
So
I just don't like it.
Yeah.
How do you handle that? Like if you guys
something that I don't like,
I
suck it up.
One was the head editor, and one was the assistant editor, and the head editor stay final at the end of the day. Usually. That's how it usually works. But
that's funny. Here, you guys answer this question. I gotta go use the bathroom and get a drink. Here, you guys answer that question. That's very funny. Very funny.
Oh, good.
Yes. You go with whoever's the center of attention. Yeah, who's the alpha in the group? That's really what it comes down to.
That was simple enough.
Yeah. Who are you going to piss? Who's going to get pissed off more if you go against it? Who's
got the whips and chains in their office?
That's right. who if you open their closet, it's a whole nother world.
Yes.
Which one in your group knows what an infinity collar is?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one you should probably just be like, yes, ma'am. I have a question, but I want to wait till Varian comes back.
Oh, go ahead.
And none of us can get rid of this thing on the screen because Varian's not here.
Yeah. He's got it running across my face, so I know.
I
can just go like here. I'm not even in here.
Oh no, it's me all by myself. We're playing hide and seek in the chat. Now you see me. Yeah, this is my to-do list, guys. It's long.
Yes, I know you got so much to do.
It's actually not bad. Most of it has been crossed off. So I was actually, when I accidentally fell into the live stream, I was actually, ew, no, oh, yeah, no, oh. If you know what, if that's your thing, you do you. It is not my thing. That is not built into any relationship I'm part of. Okay, so I do have a question.
Now he's drinking piss.
Okay, yeah, so hire Varian. Varian's your guy.
I'm not a good editor. I mean, as evidence on my comic books, so I don't have one. I'm not a good editor.
So why are you hiring her? She says, hire me, please.
Yeah, hire me. But let me flat out tell you that will not be part of our...
Katrina, you promised as part of our agreement.
You said... the funny thing is it's not unusual for me to build unique things into my contracts. So, but that is not one of them.
Contrast and I say, don't pee on me.
Not an option. Don't make me put that in fine print on my website and the services. Not acceptable. And I've done things like kick-ass milkshakes, drinks at conventions.
Now Randy's gonna say, now you're a milkshaker. He don't want you.
You're a milkshake girl.
French fries and ranch dressing. My latest one, and I'm just waiting for my next.
She's been muted. She's a milkshake girl. She's been muted. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, my next one, if I can find the right client, is Lego minifigs. That's like my new thing right now. So
he's right. Dean asked another question because of the way the questions cut off your face. Dean says, "So if you write penis a bunch of times, Lewis will have penis on his face. I don't know if I'm completely comfortable with that." And he's right because there will be like the way this is set up. I could change like the what you call it. So yeah,
change the order.
And then milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. They do.
Yeah. We had that conversation earlier.
Yeah. Lewis, a question for you. I'm sorry, Katrina. You go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
I have a question, but it can wait till after your question. It's not going nowhere.
Lewis, you we on Indie Vote last week we did a game where we asked about what happens to you in these situations. And everyone had, was it 2 minutes to answer what they would do?
Yeah.
Have a 10-minute con. And
about somebody who came up to me with some art or claiming that I swiped their art or something.
You swiped their
Lewis.
Well, yeah,
player supposedly I used their likeness or something.
It's funny because Trico knew exactly who I was talking about and messaged me later like, "Hey, was that about someone?" Something. Yes, it was, and because that situation happened like that, very similar to that. But I was wondering when I was thinking about that afterwards.
Like I said, I would just go get them. I tell them to go get the manager because the manager of the show is the first person who has to come, not the cops or security.
Oh,
so right there, I would tell them piss off, and then I
know this story.
Yeah,
I read this story somewhere.
Yeah. And in this situation, to the offended party. Offended meaning the person who had no reason to do this, assumed that someone was swiping, them and using them without their permission. Actually went to the court of public opinion, the internet first, and got themselves a whole hate mob stirred up first.
Oh, of course they do. They always do.
On the poor artist, and wasn't even, they didn't. The artist didn't even know that person existed. Like, I don't even know what's going on here. But not before you made it really uncomfortable for them to be there. So, I was thinking about that and thinking about your answer. And I was like, you probably were the most calm out of everybody. Like, what do you do? If you haven't seen the episode, it's on Indie Vote. It's last week's episode.
I was calm? No.
Yeah. I mean, in your explanation of it, you were calm.
Yeah. Because I'm guessing your first response was you didn't tell them to fuck off.
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Scott admitted.
Basically, I told what he said. She's brought the person's brought the security and the police to get me removed, and I'm like, well, first off, go to hell because you have to get the management first.
Yeah.
And so that whole scenario was just no way that's happening. And the other, and I basically what I said was if there was some sort of evidence that I had done something where I had used her likeness in some way, like maybe I'd taken a photo of her with her permission and she said no, and I did a piece anyway, I would say, well, here's your piece or here's some money and shut up and go away.
Yeah.
Basically is what I said, because but it wouldn't be a print because I wouldn't do prints of that anyway because I don't make prints as a general rule of thumb. So the whole scenario that he asked me just didn't really apply to me.
I think I like that game. I think it's funny because no one knows what question they're going to get.
It didn't work for me.
Next
it sounds fun, but if you're tuning in, if you're going to watch it to see me, I wasn't there.
No.
They didn't invite me.
You were invited.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't this week. Which is good because I got home Tuesday and I didn't have my laptop out or anything. So
no, that was Tuesday. That's right.
Yeah, that's Tuesday. Yeah.
I would have said no. So
next week's episode we'll have new questions and some pretty cool ones. One is a little dicey. One is a little dicey. I don't know who's gonna get it.
Probably the one I get, the one that's dicey.
Oh, I want dicey questions.
Like you did last week.
That was the luck of the wheel that you got.
No.
Yeah.
I volunteer for tribute.
Here's what happened. He's got a little spinner wheel. Okay, I'm going to get the first question, or I'm going to get the last question, and it's the worst of the three. And sure enough, I got the last one. And it was the three.
See, I went away for like 3 days and just like completely like recharged, did no work, and just did what I wanted. And now I've come back and I'm all feisty, and I'm like, give me the spicy questions. I'm in.
Well, I do have a question if you want to answer it.
Is it about Planters cheese balls? Because has anybody had these since they re-released them?
No, I don't.
I just picked these up at Meijer because I've got hordes of children going off to college. So I'm putting together snack bags, and Meijer was doing the 10 for 10, get the 11th free.
Mm-hmm.
And this was on there, so I picked up like 5 containers. Decided to keep one of them for myself because I used to really like these.
Not so much now.
They're not. I don't know what they've done to them, but they are not as delicious. So the whole it's back, it can go again. It's kind of like when Kraft tried to change their recipe, and I went, no, fix that.
Yeah.
I don't do new Kraft. I don't do new Coke.
You say new crack?
New crack. I don't do new crack either. It's got to be established.
From the 1900s, right?
That's right. Damn it. All right. So what you got for me, Varian?
All right. Okay. Let me see 1 second. Okay, there you go. Okay.
He lost his question.
Yeah, you left the show, the con, for whatever.
I was like, I did? When did I do
For
that?
a couple minutes. For let's say you got to the show, you set up. You had 3 hours before the show.
Okay, so I got a table. I'm tabling a show.
Right.
I step out for whatever reason.
For 3 hours, you step out because the show isn't opening.
Okay.
You get back. You know how some shows say, we let our VIPs in 30 minutes earlier. You're like, screw that. No, they're going right to the celebrities. They're coming to Artist Alley, whatever.
They don't know me very well then.
So
it's the first place I go.
You walk in and you go to your table, and your table is no longer there. Now let me tell you guys why this is a spicy question. This is a spicy question.
Where did my table go?
Well, your table's there. Someone else is in there.
But my shit's gone.
The reason why this question is spicy is because it names names. And it says, you have been sodomized, where Arthur Soydom
has taken your table.
Yeah, Arthur Soydom has taken your table. He is now set up at your table, and now does that he has moved your shit elsewhere. What you gonna do?
Do I know where? Like, is my
well,
I mean, because my first concern is, I'm not gonna lie, is gonna be my shit, because it's expensive.
Yeah.
I can't. Did he move it into a trash can, or did he move it to the far corner of BFE that nobody's gonna find me?
He's probably moved it to the far corner of BFE.
We hope it's not in a trash can, because let me tell you, shit would go down if it was in a trash
can. How about you? Well, Lewis, I seen you were brimming at the thought.
He's like foaming at the mouth. He's got to answer this question.
Yeah. You've been sodomized.
This is an outstanding thing, though. That's all.
Yeah. You've been sodomized, Katrina. What are you gonna do? Do you approach Arthur?
Do I approach him?
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably
fixing your glasses. What you're doing?
No, actually, I was fixing my earbuds because they were popping out, and then I knocked my glasses askew in the process. I'm not used to all these components. I mean, I'm going to start there. I'm assuming that since you guys are saying this is a fairly common issue with this person, that I'm probably not going to get anywhere. But I am going to start there, and the next step will be management. And
management will just go, oh God, not again.
Probably, but
he's done this hundreds of times and hundreds of shows.
Yeah. Is
he somewhere? Sorry, my sister sent me a message.
No problem.
Moron. Now I didn't say that out loud on YouTube live for everybody to see. I'll say so. Let me correct that. Not moron, dumbass. Let me get my terms correct here. She'll never watch this. It's fine. And if you know my sister and you live in the area of like Clinton, Michigan, or Clinton Township, or whatever the fuck it's called down there,
Yeah.
just don't tell her.
Yeah, she's like 5 minutes from me.
Yeah, probably. Oh, your sister? Yeah. I was at Arby's last week and she was the one waiting on me. That'd be my luck too, let me tell you. She'd be like, did she seriously for like, all these people here to say I'm a dumbass? Yes, I did.
I would. So are you going
it's gonna start with him. If he's not willing to move his shit. That was my question before my idiot sister. Sorry. Does he have his table of his own? He just doesn't like the location, or is he pulling that wrestling guy who just shows up at shit and drops it on the table? Yeah, or is he pulling a Virgil?
No. What he's doing is he gets there and he'll decide, oh man, I need 2 tables
or 3 tables
or 3 tables. Yeah. Okay,
exactly. so he's essentially paid for one space,
right?
And then it's just taking over whatever he feels he wants,
right. And I could kind of get it if I wasn't there.
If it's an empty table, you've seen me. I've taken over empty tables.
Yeah.
Usually just because I'm being absolutely ridiculous and it's like Sunday with an hour left.
Yeah.
And so I'm being ridiculous and nobody cares because I'm being ridiculous.
Yeah, he does this at the beginning of the show, however.
But yeah, I'm not scalping tape. I'm not, jumping in and stealing tables.
I understand that he's taken up to 3. Like he's got himself a row before.
I've heard as many as 5.
Why? And are event organizers allowing this or are they shutting him down?
Well, when you work for
depends on the show.
Yeah.
Some shows, yes, they tell them either give your tables back to other people or get out. Some of them will say, well, you can have 2 out of your 3 tables, and we'll move one of the people that was complaining somewhere else or whatever.
If you're gonna look, if he wants the tables, fine, but you damn well better put me in a better location.
Mm-hmm. Equal or better location. I'm not going to be moved because somebody's got an ego bigger than the Eiffel fucking Tower. Right.
Now see, these are all very interesting questions because very interesting answers you guys are giving. Because what you forgot, and maybe this is just the thing.
Maybe I just don't know. Don't don't blame my Alzheimer's on this shit.
You touched my belongings. You moved my belongings. I have by law. I have. We got to shoot the face.
Right to file.
We got to throw hands. we got to throw hands. We got to because you touched my stuff at this point.
Okay. Well, let's be realistic. I'm not going to throw hands with anybody. Not because I'm not going to win, and I'm not going to jump into that kind of fight. Now, if we're talking like a fight of words, intelligence, that's one thing. But physical, I'm not going to win.
Did he physically move them, or did he have his underlings move them?
That's true. Is he? But he. Either way, though, he's directly.
Because the thing is, I don't want to beat up a 13-year-old kid who just did.
Right. No, either way, I would say he's directly responsible because he's the one making the decision to move.
Do you know how many times Megatron got his ass beat for Starscream's actions? Underlings get your ass whipped all the time. It doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna go after, an assistant, a peon who isn't making the decisions.
Right. But like I say, right.
My goods have been stolen. I mean, that would be my first concern. That's why I asked, where's my shit?
Yeah.
Because that's my first concern. Because I hauled that in, I set it up.
Mm-hmm.
The expenses and stuff involved with all of that, producing it, whatever.
Well,
that's an issue for me.
Usually when you go to the showrunners, is they make an accounting, make sure everything's accounted for and intact. Anything that's broken, it's on him. Anything that's missing, it's on him as a general rule of thumb. And he's had to compensate in the past, but usually if everything's accounted for and intact, then they just say, well, we're sorry about that.
Look, you know what? That's if my stuff is accounted for, it's intact, and you're willing to put me in a equal or better location, that's fine. But now he can haul his ass over and reset up my table because that's a fuck ton of work.
Mm-hmm.
And he can outdo it.
Mm-hmm.
Because God damn it, at heart I'm lazy and I don't want to do it twice.
Yeah.
Lewis, having known that he's
That's damn right I did.
$100 bill. No,
it was in my. Look, I wouldn't say $100 bills, but come on, we all bring like cash boxes or cash bags, and if I'm stupid enough to leave that shit at the table.
My cash box is missing, officer.
My cash box is missing.
My cash box is missing.
With $500 and change for the weekend.
Yeah.
Say, but not a stack of hundreds. No,
not a stack of hundreds. Come on, like I tell my kids, if you're gonna lie, be smart about it. Don't make it so ridiculous, and I'm never gonna buy it. Be smart with your lying. And I'm a fabulous parent, obviously.
Lewis, knowing that all the BS that this man has pulled in the past, though, is your patience a bit shorter with him? I mean,
with him, but with the management, because it's so well known that why the hell are you even letting him?
Why are you bringing him in, knowing there's a potential problem right there?
Yeah, that would be my temper. Would be more with the management. Like, don't you know better?
Have you not heard?
I mean, he's got a mental problem. He just doesn't know any better. Anytime he gets cold, he's like a little puppy you can't train.
He's a diagnosed narcissist, and because he's got the diagnosis, we can't
bad Arthur.
Spray a bottle with some vinegar water.
Yeah.
Acid, that'll be more effective.
Dean says cash box is a weird word.
That's because it's 2 words, Dean.
it is kind of weird phrase though. Where's my cash box? It's my cash box. Watch. Sooner or later, they're gonna start calling, what cash boxes. They already call it ATMs. You do. They do.
I don't use a cash box. I use a cash bag.
Oh,
that's just me. Now, because they're harder to steal.
A cash bag is harder to steal.
Simply, I mean. Either one is easy to steal if you leave it out, but it's a lot easier for me to take a bag, like one of the zipper bags, and like if I'm getting up from the table, take it with me, or just sit on it while I'm at the table. Like if you can get to it through my ass, you've earned it. I don't know what to tell you.
Unless you're that artist who was trying to,
that's it.
Double treats.
Yeah, you better be putting money into it, not taking out of it.
I get the cash in the ass. Oh yeah. Lewis, have you ever had anything stolen on the show?
Did you just ask him if he has any editing stones on the show?
No, has he ever had anything stolen at a show?
Oh, stolen. Yeah, I thought editing stones on the show. What the fuck is that? Oh.
Yeah, I don't recall anything ever being stolen. I may have misplaced something and took a while to find it, but I don't remember anything being stolen.
So I think you guys a funny story. I was at a show, and this guy came by and he said, "Hey, how much are your books?" And I said, "That particular book that you're looking at is $3." Well, what he heard, because of our audience, was free.
Oh, I thought he heard 30. I was like, yeah, absolutely, it's 30.
So I've learned now to put 3 up, $3, and or to say $3 instead of 3, because he said, "Oh, thanks," rolled it up and put it in his back pocket. Like, wow, that was.
And
it was a Saturday. It was very busy. I couldn't get around the table.
That's why you put a little sign of the price.
So why don't you not have signposts up?
I'm gonna show you. This is a preview of the book. Price is right there. He could have.
I could have looked at it.
Yeah. Probably could have looked at it, but he decided. Dude, this is a preview of the book. This was my copy. What is it called? A proof. Yeah, that white border is not there on the book, obviously, but
why? It's so stunning.
No. When I seen that, I was like, "Damn, the book is gonna look, is it?" And funny story is the book came looking just like that, and I'm like, "No, we gotta take these back. You guys got to send those back. That's not how the book is going out. That whiteboard is not supposed to be there. And it's like that on every page. Wow. And then, but this is the only book that I ever read with my booth models in it. The only book airing my booth models in it, and it is
and that's why it's such a great seller.
Yeah,
that's why it's $30. Because that picture right there, it's $130 if you get one of them to sign it.
Yeah. It just goes up. Man, I've got so many comics and so much art. Look at this. Oh my best. I've been cleaning up, trying to spruce the section up a bit. Some guy drew this picture of Iron Man. My son really wants it, but I won't give it to him. Some guy drew that picture. I don't know.
Some guy.
Some artist from somewhere.
Some artist from somewhere. We're sorry. We're sorry, mystery artists. We really are.
I don't know about
because we do believe in giving credit to our artists.
Louis Bright Ravon is his name, I believe.
That's the guy's name.
Sounds French, yeah. Louis Bright Ravon.
Your French twin.
Yeah.
You have some unimaginative parents for naming there.
So Louis is Louis sent me some prints and some comics to read, which I'm going to be doing today. Going to be reading those books so I can get some reviews of them up on Indie
on Geekorama. What?
On Indie
we put my articles for New Japan for wrestling up. I got.
I actually have it open. I was coding before I went live. And I got these books. Right Wing. Lewis sent me. He also sent me a copy of his sketchbook, which is somewhere. Yeah.
It's much stuff to do.
And I've looked through that over and over.
Dude, why are you here?
Well, I'm here. My wife
because he doesn't want me to get my work done today either.
Yeah, well, I see no reason for anybody else to do work. My wife left and went somewhere, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna tool on the internet. No place better than to watch the hours fall off the clock in streaming.
This is true.
Like, you start streaming.
I did one last week. I jumped up. Remember the other night, last Tuesday? Or no, must have been 2 Tuesdays nights ago because I was on Indie Bowl. We wrapped around midnight and I was bored and not ready for bed, so I jumped on a live stream on Facebook. Went to 2:30 in the damn morning because people wouldn't stop coming in. It's like, okay, so apparently this is my time niche. Because if I do it during the afternoon, I get like half a dozen and it dwindles off to 1 or 2. 2:30 in the morning, people are like constantly still coming at 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, do people not sleep? Go to bed. I gotta go to bed.
Unrelated question, Lewis. When your camera fell earlier, I got a good look at your ball. Your snowball. Yeah.
My camera didn't fail. What happened was
it fell.
The microphone and it grabbed the cord to the mom camera and it pulled it down.
The mom camera. I can't hear today clearly.
I was wondering, yeah. So you have the silver one, okay?
Yeah.
See, I want the silver one for my art desk when I'm doing live drawing streams, but the problem is that's just a bit too silver. I need it to be, and I seen a guy post one online.
So spray paint it.
Then I mess it up. I'll take it apart. Do that. See, I seen a guy. He had
excuses.
I got it for free, so I'm not going to complain as long as it works.
I see. There was a guy who had one on for sale on eBay, and it looked like it was about this color. And that's what color?
Silver. This is reflective metallic.
Yeah. See, I don't know how that's gonna look. I
don't care.
Why do I care? Aesthetics, sir.
I'm the same way.
My office is glass and silver. Ew. Except for this big wooden thing. I gotta get this out of here. But my office is black, silver, and glass. I can't.
Well, then you need this. Then you need that, and I can take your microphone.
Well, this one is black. It's on my computer. I need a secondary one. I got a little black one up there now. It came from Wish. I don't know who. Yeah. I've gone through some microphones, man. I've gone through some. Remember the first one I had? It was blue and gold and silver. And then I went up to the Yeti, but my first microphone that I ever used was this one. Had a little tripod.
Yeah, what up on me? My first microphone that I ever used
Mhm.
was one of those built-in with cheap-ass headsets. Well, that's how I started doing like internet. I did internet radio.
Really?
That's how I started.
And then this one broke.
Eventually, I got a pretty decent. I was gifted a pretty decent little studio mic that had a little tripod like that on it.
Mhm.
It's in my studio somewhere.
This one broke a couple of days ago. I picked it up. I pulled the legs out. I heard this click, and then it's microphone. But I mean, you know,
Super glue.
yeah. It's also served its purpose. I mean, it's, you know, but you never know. Sometimes you have to pull those old things back out again. What was cool about this one is it's connected to XLR. That was cool.
Mm.
So I was able to.
Yeah, don't ask me. I'm super high tech right now. This camera and microphone are built into my laptop.
And Lewis, you have your camera is a Logitech, was it?
Yeah, Logitech.
Yeah, Logitech. He's got the snowball mic that was free. Now, if the it's the
I wouldn't have gotten that model if I'd paid for one.
Dean told me
See,
that
Dean says to spray paint it too. Ha ha. Dean, Dean. I don't know you, but you're my new best friend.
I could do that. I could do.
Oh, my fingers are all cheesy. Oh.
Call that artist. He'll come.
You gotta stop playing with those balls, there, Katrina.
No, I really should keep. I really should keep these balls out of my mouth. Really should.
We're gonna get all kind of strikes. Oh my God! They got a girl eating balls.
and now, like sucking all the cheese off her fingers.
Yeah. At least it's not from under cheese. From under cheese, yeah. From under cheese, yeah. Don't look that up. That's horrible.
No, don't look that up. You don't want to look that up. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to ask my question.
Okay.
So, I'm working on a project,
and
some of y'all might have heard me talk about a project I did for a trade paperback.
Say the last part got drowned out for me.
I did a project a couple months ago. I think it was a trade paperback that some people may have heard me talk about because I spent over 40 hours on this book because the writer doesn't believe in punctuation.
I'm sorry. Is it cutting out for you too?
A little bit.
It might have been because I was scrolling like another window, so it might have been like downside of built-in mics, guys. Ew, Dean, ew. Okay, I take back my best friend offer. Oh, we're out now. No. Ew. Oh my God, it's one of my really good friends, Dean. He just messaged me on Facebook going, "You so know me." Oh, I should have known.
Don't want to give Trump a handy, huh?
No.
It's called a manual. It's a nice manual. So go ahead with
Bob it.
Okay, so once I'm done twitching from the disgustingness that is that. Okay, so I'm curious what you guys feel about this. So I did this trade paperback. It was 6 issues jammed in. Took me I was just proofreading it. It took me well over 40 hours because he doesn't believe in punctuation. So none of his dialogue would end in any type of punctuation unless it was a question. He believes in question marks, not periods or exclamation points.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to read this to you all because he just sent me an essay that he's putting at the end of the trade that he wants me to proofread, and I'm going to read you a paragraph from it because it's not really a confidentiality thing because this thing is going to print.
It does no punctuation, right?
The essay?
Yeah.
Yes. Not always correct, but yes. So I'm curious what your guys. I'm curious.
People send me stuff with no punctuation.
People should know better than to do that with me. Like, do you want my notes on this that will end in a lecture regarding punctuation and its importance? But I'm curious what you guys. I'm gonna read you a paragraph from this essay, and I'm curious as to your guys' take as traders and people in the industry and fans of comics. So it says, one innovation I'm pioneering is the elimination of as much punctuation as possible. Why use exclamation marks when we can change the boldness, kerning, italics, or even change fonts entirely? It is a visual medium, after all. Each dialogue bubble represents a complete thought or a logical pause in a segment of speech. So what are periods good for, except to encourage huge blocks of art?
Okay. What just happened?
To what?
The last like 3 or 4 words just cut out, no sound.
Okay, Katrina, repeat that. The last like.
I'll read you the last sentence again. It says, each dialogue bubble represents a complete thought or logical pause in a segment of speech. So what are periods good for, except to encourage huge blocks of art-obscuring text?
Really?
Lewis, what? I yield my time, Lewis. I yield my time to the representative from North Carolina.
No, you go ahead, Varian.
So how do you feel about this innovation of not using punctuation?
First of all, no. Punctuation is a time-tested. Listen, God, it's like the literary form of anti-vaxxing.
Yes.
We found the anti-vaxxer of comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you're doing it. Yeah. Is this guy like fail remedial English or something? I just
see, you know what it is.
See, Lewis, this is how I spent that same head shake expression for 40 plus hours working on his book, correcting all of it. And then he came back and told me afterwards that he doesn't believe in punctuation.
I would take a video of myself saying, "This is your script."
This is your script in the shredder.
No, I wouldn't even bother with a shredder. I'd just take my dad's lighter and light it. You know?
That would be more fun. I'm a bit of a firebug, so that'd be more fun.
Change the rules of grammar. Like, I mean, just because you don't want to do it.
Period is going to take so much more space.
Well, and that's the part that I kind of really encourage huge blocks of art obscuring text. How much space does a period or an exclamation point take up?
None, absolutely none.
And some space, not none, but
but it's so minuscule. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
If you take it out, you're not changing enough space-wise for it to be a thing.
I think half the problem is these idiots who do lettering don't know how to letter. They use the computer text instead of learning how to letter. Lettering is an art form in and of itself, and we've reduced it to computerized bullshit, and that's part of the reason why we have problems with spacing covering up the artwork, because you don't have letterers who know how to properly space the words and still make it look correct by hand.
And all the letterers jumped over to do it by computer. Most of them, a lot of them jumped over to computer. Yeah,
but I think it's don't get me wrong. I mean, I think even if
because it's easier,
even if you do it via like a computer program or whatever, there's still a knowledge base that you need to have.
Right.
You know, you can't just, and you do see that quite a bit with people who have no idea what they're doing. And they're just like, oh, I can just throw some words in a bubble and it's okay. Mm-hmm. And it's not quite that easy. It's an entire skill set that you need to learn.
I'm sorry. I just read something funny. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. We probably just. I kind
of wanted. I mean, because my reaction when I got the book and I started going through it was, dear God, why? And then when he
why do I get all these weirdos?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, there's part of me going, really universe, what did I do?
Yeah,
but then when I got this essay from him, and don't get me wrong, he's a nice guy, he's good to work with, but when I got this essay, he paid me for the essay. He put a note in PayPal saying, oh, and I included a paragraph in the essay about my thoughts on punctuation, and you really don't need to be checking for those in the future. And I thought, oh, okay, that's weird, but let me open up this essay. And I scrolled down till I found that paragraph and went, no, that's not an innovation. That's bad. It's just bad.
Okay, I have a question for you, Katrina, about that situation. How does that in the future reflect on you doing work for him if you can't make those edits? You're gonna look like a shit.
Well, it's a double-edged sword. Because I look at it, on one hand, it's easy money. It's not going to take me half the time to go through and just look for, say, like,
as long as that essay appears in every single book, so that they know that this was the publisher's decision and not.
And that's true too. I mean,
you can use the essay as a disclaimer.
Well, it's my disclaimer because it says right in there that he's trying this innovation, so therefore it doesn't really reflect back on me because this is clearly the publisher creator's choice.
Right.
If that essay was not in future books or there was not something in there, I would do it, but request that I not be given credit. I'll do it because it's a job and
it's pay.
And again, like we talked about earlier, it's nice to know you can go to the grocery store and buy a gallon of milk. But I don't necessarily want my name attached to something that doesn't look right.
Yeah, I mean, because it go there as Elena Smithy. You can do that. So
I'm ghost editing. That's what I'm doing. I'm ghost editing. Don't give me any credit for it.
The person that was having that script edited, they reached out to the editor and said, "Hey, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You know, worry about the punctuation on the line spacing and everything." Blah, blah, blah. And the editor is very upset, and he does not like criticism. So when you find an editor who doesn't like criticism, how do you handle criticism, Katrina? When you're
I'm not gonna lie, I don't generally have to deal with it because I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
That sounds cocky as hell, but generally, if you're coming to me and hiring me as an editor, it's because you trust that I'm an expert at what I'm doing, so to speak. But I make it very clear, you know, I'm pretty casual with my clients, like when we chat and that kind of stuff. And I'll be like, look, if you have a question on something, ask me why I think it should be this way. If you don't think it should be that way and you can go on however, you know, you think, that's within your rights. It's your book. But I don't have to deal too much with criticism. The only criticism I've dealt with is from you know who, and he just didn't like playing by the rules, you know, that were established from day one. As to, you know, kind of, sorry, cat trying to climb on me again. Cat off. So it's not, like I said, it's not usually a terrible problem with me. And it just depends on, you know, I think how it's approached. I don't know how this creator approached their editor. Maybe their editor's just a douche.
Apparently.
I mean, they exist. I mean, just like in any field, you've got those who are just, it's my way, I'm always right. Like I just recently learned something and went, ooh, okay, I didn't know that, but now I know that for future, you know, for future projects, that this is a thing in comics and I didn't know about it. And I'm not afraid to say, hey, I messed that part up. You know, fix it, or don't fix it because you were right. I do a lot of research on all of my stuff too. If I'm not 100% sure what I tell you, I'm going and I'm checking and I'm double checking, making sure that I'm giving you the right information. But some people are just douches, and what are you going to do? I mean, your options are basically you can cut ties, go with somebody else. I think it's important to have a good working relationship with your editor. And if your editor is not somebody that you can trust and that you can, what's the word I want? I just have a good relationship with, you know, you don't trust them. You don't trust their judgment.
Was that the cheese ball?
Trust your judgment.
That was not, no, that was, I have a wooden bowl that sits on my table right here.
Mm-hmm.
handmade by a good friend of mine, and I have a bunch. Normally, it has a bunch of stuff in it, but the cat apparently decided it did not need to have a bunch of stuff in it, and what you heard was everything tumbling to the floor.
That's what I said. That you don't. You're like the cat does not have. You do not have a good working relationship with your cat.
No, you know what? This cat, he's so funny. He doesn't. It's not. He's not one of those that will actually go up and like shove it off on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
He is just legitimately not aware of his space around him, and just knock shit over. And then he'll look back, going, "Shit, I didn't know that was there." I love him, but man, he's kind of a dork. Aren't you, Zeus? Zeusy. Yeah, he's ignoring me now because he doesn't want me to yell at him for knocking this shit on the floor.
There's what mine does. Just sleeps underneath the table. It's like, you're gonna draw.
But I would say to whoever this guy is who's just not getting together properly with his editor, he may need to just cut ties and go with somebody else.
Yeah, that is the plan. That is the plan. It's like can't do it anymore. Yeah, I don't know exactly what all happened, but yeah, they aren't happy. So,
and some people, like I know there are some people that I'm just not going to work well because my personality doesn't mesh with their personality. And I try not to. I've been lucky that I haven't had any of those, kind of come up. Pay attention. I'm picking all the shit up off the floor now. The cat inside me need to drop before I accidentally stand up and slip and fall on it. Because I'm not that coordinated, people. If you've known me, I'm not coordination, not my strong suit. So, but yeah, you can tell your friend I'm available.
I did already.
I've got a couple of big projects over the next couple of weeks, but depending on what he wants, I can definitely slide something in.
Follow me on Facebook. So. It shall not be answered.
Is that? Okay, so who's getting the Facebook call?
Me, and I refuse to answer it.
I thought it was my oldest will sometimes call me that way. So I was like looking at my phone, double checking, like this I am calling, right?
Yeah, that was I think that
look, he knocked a comic on the floor. It's so rude.
For a second, I thought you said he knocked a condom on the floor. What?
Well, that would be way more excitement than ever happens in this house.
Be right back.
Alrighty, sir.
Look, we said condom and Lewis had to run away.
Yes.
Sorry, Lewis.
Yeah. I'll take back my condom statement. Let me see here. Now, so you got a couple of big projects lined up here in a couple days. A couple weeks anyway. Yeah. Now, when
fingers
you start
crossed on the one. Well, kind of fingers crossed on the one. I think it's actually a novel. And actually, I got an email from her. So, shall we see if I'm going to be crushed or happy?
Yeah, go ahead. You don't have to read it live.
Let's find out live to see if I'm going to cry. Okay, nope, I'm good to go. Cool. She's gonna send me the files on Monday morning. I love these. It's really interesting to work with like novelists versus comic folk. Comic folk. That sounds like circus folk or something.
We're very close to circus.
What I've noticed is that comic folk don't have a mindfulness of things like weekends and time. And I think it's because a lot of indie folks are working day jobs or whatever, and that's when they're doing their comics and stuff is on the weekends and late at night. And so that's when they tend to reach out to me. I'm like, like you messaged me. What was it? 3:30 in the morning the other day. Like, what are you doing awake? My answer the next morning was I wasn't.
Yeah. Well,
my phone apparently was awake.
Yeah,
I was not.
Your phone said you were active, and you were.
I was not active.
Yeah.
I was actively sleeping. But I mean, sometimes, I mean, if you catch me at like 1:30, 2 in the morning, I'm up. Sometimes, not always. I'm trying to get myself onto some kind of normal sleep schedule, because I'm gonna start here in a couple weeks. I'm gonna start hitting up the pool to do lap swimming, because I've got a really bad knee, so I can't do a lot of other exercise. So the doctor recommended that I hit the pool because it's easy on the joints. And unfortunately, the only place I can do lap swims is about 30 minutes from my house, because I live in BFE. And their lap swim is from 6 to 9 a.m. So that should be fun. But that's no. So comic folk tend to do that. Writers, like with novels and such, tend to be like, oh, I'm like, you can send me the file anytime, whatever's good for you. I'm like, oh no, I'll send it on Monday morning. Very more like business, like Monday through Friday. Like they feel guilty emailing me on a Saturday, and I'm like, my email's open all the time. Just if I don't answer you, I'm doing something.
But take your time, man. Don't worry. Whenever it's ready, comic guy's like, look, I need this next week. Edit it fully.
Yeah.
I gotta get it printed a day after that.
Yeah, and I found out too. Comic people tend to be less patient. And just because they get when they finally get it to the point where they're ready for proofreading, they're so excited that they then want it back like right now. And I'm like, God, and I feel guilty when I'm like, I won't have this to you for like a week. I feel bad. Like, I'm so sorry.
Well, I think with us, a lot of times we've lived that story in our head, and then we have to draw it out. And then if if you're your own inker, which is great, then you got to get it colored. It becomes this whole, I really want to release this. I really want to.
Yeah, I want to share. I want to share this with everybody. Come on, get it done, get it done, get it done. And I will say, usually, if it's a standard comic, and you're just wanting proofreading, usually my turnaround is 24 hours. But if you hit me at a time where, I've got a couple other big projects that I've got to work on at the same time, it might be 2-3 days,
Right. Yeah.
A lot of times if it's just a comic proofreading, I'll slide it in, get it done, and then go back to the bigger projects that are going to take me longer. But I know of she works in comics and in books as well, an editor that she'll tell people it's going to be like 3 weeks. And I'm like, how can you tell anybody it's going to take you 3 weeks to get this done? Like, I feel terrible, like, telling people that it's going to, take a huge amount of time. Like, even like with this novel that I'm going to be getting on Monday, I felt bad telling her that I could have it done within 2 weeks. But the thing is the reality is I'm, in theory, home this coming week. Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday through the following Saturday, I'm actually going to be out of town. In theory, this trip has already been rescheduled once, so it's fingers crossed that everything goes smooth and goes through. But I don't take when I took those 3 days off earlier this week, I think that was the first time ever that I gave myself permission to not work. That I could just do what I wanted to do. If I want to go down to the pool to swim, I can go to the pool to swim. If I wanted to binge watch Queer Eye, which I totally 100% did, then that's okay. If I want to play a game, or if I want, something that but didn't involve somebody else's work. It didn't involve any of the websites that I run. It didn't involve, me writing. It was just 100% downtime. And, I'm not good at doing that. I'm very much a push, get stuff done kind of person. And so, yeah, when I hear an editor tell somebody, oh, it's going to be like a month before I get your book back to you, like, I have like an internal panic. Like, oh my God, what? Why is it going to take you a month? What are you doing? Well, turns out they're actually living life, not working 24 hours a day. But I'm just not built that way.
I don't know if I don't know if I've been. I don't know if I've ever been so that excited to to get a book back very quickly. But there has been times where if a book does not come like from the printer, I'm pretty bad about that. When it's gone to the printer, I start looking for it like almost like within like 3 days to show back up. I'm weird. But my printer is usually decent. My printer is, they've called me before. I was really upset too. I dropped my book off at 7 in the morning because they open up at 7. And I was there by like 7:12, 7:20. Dropped my book off. Went about shopping in that area because there's a couple stores that are uniquely in that area. And stayed over there for like 3 hours. Came back in my neck of the woods. Probably stopped by Arby's, got a burger from your sister.
My sister, absolutely. Yeah.
Came home and I
gossiped with her a few minutes about how terrible I
am. Get home and sit down and realize that, holy crap, I got a phone call from the printer. Something wrong with my file. I called them back and they're like, "Oh, your book's ready." And it's like if I would have just stayed,
you could have just picked it up on your way home.
Yeah. But so they did it in one day. I hadn't paid for it. I hadn't paid for
like express or anything.
Yeah, and it was just because they didn't have anything to do, so they were just printing books off. And I wish you would have told me that because I had to turn around and go back out there and pick it up. But
I'll be in next week. I wasn't.
Yeah, and then I'll start charging you a storage fee at that point.
Yeah.
We have to keep your books there for 2 weeks. We're tired of this shit. Come and get it.
I mean, I try to be really open. Like when people ask me, like, what's your turnaround?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give you an unrealistic. If I can't meet it, I'm not going to tell you because I am, incredibly hard on myself if I don't meet deadlines. And if something comes up, I definitely try to get in touch with, the creators and just be like, guys, I'm so sorry, but yet another appliance in my house blew up or something, because that would be so ridiculously legitimate this year. I'm down to just my washing machine being functional, and but so I can't use one of the appliances that's already blown up as a reason, but I can, I got the washing machine still to fall back on.
Well, it can always re-blow up. I mean, there are situations where
they're not legitimately blown up; they're just not working. So maybe one legitimately blew up.
Our Central Air was out here for a couple of days, and I didn't do anything. I didn't draw.
It didn't happen.
No, I was actually felt kind of blessed. As much as I'm like, hire me. When we had that terrible heat wave, like the last couple of weeks, I was actually really happy I didn't have anything on my desk because I couldn't focus.
Yeah.
It was just too hot.
You're hire me, turn to fire me.
I changed my mind. I'm not going to lie, guys. I checked into the hotel, and I went to a hotel like 20 minutes from my house. I didn't even go anywhere. I just went 20 minutes from my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I did some shopping. It was Saturday, so I went in. I did some shopping, hit the 10 for 10 sale for the kids, and there's snacks, these horrible cheese balls. And then I got to the hotel about like 3, and I have no air conditioning in my car either. I have a black interior car, so it really sucks. And I was so hot and everything. I was legitimately almost like shaking. And I walked into that hotel room and I was like, oh, it's too hot in this hotel room. And I looked at the thermostat, on the window thing, and it was like 70. And I went, fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
I set that sucker at 62.
Yeah.
And for the 3 days that I was there, it never went above 6. I finally got to 62. And then I got to the point where like my feet were cold, which is fabulous when it's like 115 degrees outside and your feet are cold inside. So I bumped it to 65, and there it sat for like the remainder. I was like,
You guys will probably find this too cold, but I keep my thermostat at about 50.
You're crazy.
Yeah,
I'm okay with like 55 to 60 in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
But in the summer, that's too cold for me. I need probably if I could just sit at like.
You have to wear a hat. You have to wear your
no wonder. Like the rest of us are going, oh my God, he's gonna die, and he's like, no, because it's like 60 degrees in here or 50 degrees in here. Like there's frost on the inside of my windows. Like
Not yet. It's I'll tell you this. My bathroom has gotten ridiculously cold before. Lou, is that picture of you? Yeah. My bathroom's gotten cold where it's like, and my wife likes it that way too for some reason. She's like, "Oh, it's hot in here," and but the funny thing is that the vents up where I'm at don't work very well, and I really need somebody to go in there and fix them because I think that there's some separation between where like they've come undone because like the vent up, like there's a vent right under my computer table here. It should be shooting up cold air. Well, nothing's coming out, but if I go over to any other vent, it's fine. Nice, cool air. So I guess it being set to 50 is to compensate because it is decently cool here now. But now my bedroom, my wife likes it cold, and so it's nice and cool in there. But she's got 2 fans running as well.
That's because she wants to keep you out.
Yeah, I think that's what it is to keep me out of there.
Yeah, because you bitch every time you get into the bed. You just kicking me off the bed and everything. I need a divisioner.
James out there says my house is always cold. Now that he mentioned that, he's correct. My house is always cold.
So I've just decided that I'm moving into Varian's house every summer. Just moving in. Yeah, you got snowbirds and shit in the winter. No, I'm just going to Varian's house.
It's nice and cool in here. I can't take that.
The snowbirds are going down south in the winter time to get away from the cold.
I live down south. I won't do it again.
No? Louis, you're in. I keep saying.
Well, I'm in down south. I lived in Virginia Beach for 3 years.
I keep forgetting Louis isn't like down south. Well, technically, you're North Carolina, right?
South Carolina.
Yeah, so you're southern.
He's far enough south.
I'm stuck here. I'm I've been I've been excommunicated to the South Carolina. Oh, no.
You got sitting down there.
Of course, I lived out in West too, so you want to know what real heat is? Let's go out West.
Yeah.
I've been to Phoenix in August. I'm good.
Yeah, that's no fun.
I always miss monsoon season. I'm always really sad about it. I just want to go stand outside in the rain in Phoenix in monsoon season.
I remember going to Florida in the winter and being really mad that it was so warm. And yeah.
I miss when I lived in Virginia Beach. I miss seasons. They had 2, rain or hot. I wasn't in on that. Like I'm old now, and I don't love 4 months of winter. Mm-hmm. I'm very much, if we could snow Christmas Eve and melt January 2nd, that's enough for me. Just so I have the white Christmas holiday thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then it can be cold without the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Although I just had to hire. I'm gonna sound very diva and fancy, but it's not even the case. I just had to hire a lawn care company, which sounds again like I'm rolling in fancy. That's not the case. It's because every time I try to hire somebody to mow my freaking lawn, because I am not allowed to by my doctors, and my lawnmower doesn't work, and the kids are never here because they're all working and being whatever, So I keep trying to hire these neighborhood kids, and they're all terrible. And
I'm sorry, I just go ahead. I'll tell you afterwards.
My latest one, who I hired, college kid, lives in the next village over. Oh, that sounds. I don't even know. This story sounded worse and worse by the moment. But he did a really good job. He came over twice. I have it mowed every 2 weeks. He did a really good job. Was awesome. Then his lawnmower broke. The pull cord snapped. He was like, "It's okay. I ordered a new one. It'll be here." I kept checking in with him every couple weeks. And he fixed the one problem, was mowing his parents' place, and then some other cord snapped or something. And then I messaged him this last week because it's been 6 weeks, guys, since my lawn's been mowed. Now, if you live 6 weeks in Michigan, Varian knows. He's like, nope, that's a problem. You don't have a yard anymore. You have a prairie, a savanna. The grass is so tall, it's folded over. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I messaged him and I said, what? People are sending me messages and I'm like, I don't even know. But I messaged him and I was like, so did you get it fixed? Because it's been like 6 weeks and we got a problem over here.
And
he says, oh no, we hired a lawn care company to do my parents' yard.
Mm.
And what about my yard and your like 3 or 4 other clients? So I just gave in and I hired a lawn care guy from another town not too far from here. It's like,
was it the same one he hired?
Huh?
Was it the same one he hired, or?
I don't know. I should have asked him for a recommendation.
Well, yeah, I mean, that could be the plan. Hey, I'll cut the grass for a while.
And then, well, the funny thing is, I put it up on like Facebook Marketplace, kind of some of the local groups, asking, does anybody know anybody who can do this for me? Mm-hmm. And somebody recommended the kid I just, fired essentially. And I'm like, yeah, I know he's a great kid, but no lawnmower makes it hard to mow the lawn.
Yeah. So
no, I just realized that the guy that I was impressed. The guy that I hired, his little company. I do need goats. Oh my God, Dean, you're so right. I need goats. I think it's against like village ordinance, but half man, half goat. No, don't those like have a thing for wine and partying? Those half men, half goat. I don't need that. I don't need that kind of trouble. But it was like $40, and he came over. They did like my front yard, side yard, driveway, backyard, and like mowed and trimmed it. And they were in and out of here in 20 minutes. It was fabulous. But I just realized that they do snow removal too. So I'm like, because I'm really not supposed to shovel either. But I have a little ass car, and it can't get out over snow anymore because it's still low to the ground.
See, that's not fair. I don't like that. See, it's not fair. And I'm gonna tell you guys why it's not fair. Shirtless men come over to your house.
I don't know if they were shirtless. I never stepped outside.
Well, they could have been. They come outside. They cut your grass, and then they leave. They giving you what you want: a nice, secured, nice, manicured lawn. But the minute I have gentle massage from up on 16 Mile come here, park in my driveway, the 2 nice masseuses exit and enter my home, okay? Now I'm the bad guy, okay? Now I should be ashamed of myself. There is nothing wrong with mobile gentle massage.
No.
Dude, if somebody wanted to come and do that here, I would do that too. I'm telling you, I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, let the neighbors judge me. I really don't give a shit.
I personally, my wife is just being mean to me and won't let me because she's like, look at him, because there's a company, and they will come to you. And my wife is upset that they put the pictures of the masseuses. They take 8 of them on the Facebook, and that's all they have up there. And they're these girls, and they're all, very pretty pictures of the girls, and they come to your house and they give you a massage. That's all I want. Nice massage. There's nothing more, no funny business. Wouldn't that be a satyr?
Yes, yes, it would.
This is Satyr Landscaping could be an adult comic. That's from Dean. Satyr Landscaping. Yeah, that'd be an interesting comic too. That would be
I gotta get Bass Force done first.
Yeah.
People think I'm joking. I'm so not joking. I'm doing this book. People think it's like, no, you're not going to do them. No, seriously, I'm doing Bass Force, you guys.
It'll be that's your new comic, man. You got to get that done and out there. We got to get it distributed. Speaking of distributed, Louis, did you see Nick Cagnetti, his Diamond?
Yeah, I know it's mentioned in Diamond's catalog.
Yeah,
I just haven't seen the catalog yet.
Yeah, very excited for him.
Yep.
He's if you do your Satyr Landscaping, Dean says he wants a cut.
What kind of cut?
A landscaping cut, or
do you want them to come to your house? Is that what you're saying?
I think he wants that casual.
He wants manscaping done.
Yeah. Oh, manscaping. Yeah.
He wants his manscaped landscaped.
Yep.
Lewis.
Man, why do people gotta be so damn dramatic today? Sorry.
Everyone's dramatic.
I know it just seems. Yeah, I'm. It's one of those Oh, I'm done with everything messages. Lay sigh. I'm so sorry. Anyway,
Then stop texting me.
define everything. Does that include?
Yeah.
Nah. I get it. I've had bad days too, but it's just like so much drama and stupid.
So you're saying something, Rarian?
Say again?
Yeah, what you're saying, I interrupted because I'm just rude and obnoxious.
Oh, well, no. There was a gentleman who sent me a comic and a script for a comic, and I don't know if I had any interest in publishing it. And I like reading through them, and some people, I've never seen anybody put up working titles for their comics. I don't know if you guys ever did that. Like, you got a comic and it's called or a movie, like they'll call the movie Blue Olive, even though it's obviously Avengers 4 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he put up his title.
There's working titles. I mean, I don't know.
His working title for his comic is Business Lunch Masturbation.
I'm sorry. Obviously, I wasn't totally listening, but I'm sorry. What?
The working title for this guy's comic is Business Lunch Masturbation.
Sounds like a good day. We'll roll with it.
And yeah, I thought that was weird. Like, okay, that's what we're gonna. That's what we're gonna
call. That's what we're gonna call that.
That's the working title. We can keep it there. We can keep it. That's the working title. We can get rid of it, right?
Yeah, that's not the person.
Yeah. That's not going to print with that title. It's not. Lewis, you ever seen any weird comic titles?
No.
No weird comic titles. Here's one: Vibrating Panties. That's what. That's.
Okay, I'm looking at a working title, not an actual published.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Katrina's live reaction to messages she's getting.
Yeah, Katrina gets
I think it's good sometimes that people don't actually see my face when they send me these messages and I read them.
Is it your your friend? Your admirer?
No, oh God, no.
Is he? Katrina, are you going to be posting more naughty pics?
Oh yeah, because those are out of control. Oh my God.
Yeah, those were.
Yeah. Woo.
Those were not safe for work, Katrina. You shouldn't be posting those.
I know.
You know what's funny is that you post that and people, oh my gosh, you did. But then I know several women who have posted pictures in the industry, creators, writers, artists, posted pictures.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna wonder. I don't know if you guys are friends with Stephanie Menard.
Yeah, I know Stephanie.
Yeah, I mean, I've not asked her, so I'm not going to make assumptions as to how people reacted to her in private.
Mm-hmm.
But she posted a picture of her in her bathing suit top like a week ago when it was ridiculously stupid hot. And I kind of wonder how many people jumped into her private messages and asked her about her professionalism.
I hearted it.
I thought she looks great.
I hearted the picture. I was
she has worked so hard,
mm-hmm.
To lose weight, and she's gorgeous. And I don't know if I heard it, but I know I liked it and made a comment on it. But
I heard it. My wife was hearing it.
But I mean, I kind of wonder, I've seen her and a couple other people, women post them, mm-hmm. and I kind of wonder if they're getting that same response in private that I got.
Do you think it has anything to do with you being a mother? Is that might be the reason why you shouldn't do that?
I don't know if it's so much that as sometimes I think it's because it's unexpected
mm-hmm.
that I don't tend to post those kind of things. I don't tend to post even, normal pictures of myself, so to speak.
But these weren't pictures that was like, oh, Katrina's telling me to come hop in the bed with her, and neither were.
They were both taken in a bed, but
yeah. And none
I was in a hotel room. It was that, or I was going to sit on the floor. And come on.
And the other ones
hotel carpet is not comfortable.
The ones with the ones we talked about, like Stephanie, none of those pictures are like, oh my god, this is damn near porn. None of those pictures like that. I think that sometimes we kind of project what we want on the people, especially.
I think it was said to me not too long ago in that podcast that I did that people are used to seeing me a certain way. And when I change something, it upsets them. And I said, so because they're used to something or they've made a decision on something, I shouldn't make moves to be more comfortable with myself or advance myself in what I'm doing, or I'm sorry that change is uncomfortable. But I'm sorry, you're gonna have to adjust.
I would only feel uncomfortable with Lewis grew a goatee.
Yeah, that would upset me too.
Like a goatee, like a long one, like the Green Arrow one. Like if he grew that one with the little
or like the was it? I'm trying to think who the guy is. The rock guy with a long scraggly.
Yeah.
If
Lewis grew a big beard, that'd be kind of cool. Though.
I think I think if I started posting like,
I'll let my dad do that. I don't, dude.
I can't grow a beard. I've been trying for years. It's not happening. So
you've got other issues that causes that.
Yeah. I've tried to grow a beard, but at this rate, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say it. She's like. But
I think if I started posting like semi-pornographic photos, that would be different. But to me, I mean, okay, the first post, I'm not gonna lie, the first picture, which was the one that became my profile picture, made me a little bit uncomfortable, simply because it was semi-sexy, so to speak. I mean, it was clearly a laying down in bed type photo that was cropped. Like, but the original photo was more like waist up. So, I mean, it was cropped so that you really didn't see anything, Yeah, I mean, there's boobs in it because I'm a girl and I have boobs. What do you want me to do?
Right.
They're there. I'm sorry if that's a problem for you people. The second one, I actually really liked the second photo, but again, it was sassy, but it wasn't like, come fuck me,
I'm sorry, that's so funny.
Things that people don't expect Katrina to blurt out her mouth for 500. I mean, but I mean, it really was, I got more negative feedback on the first photo than I did the second one. And I thought that was kind of ridiculous because if you look at the both pictures, they're both in bed. They're both wearing the same exact clothing. We're going to pose. Don't put the picture up here. The picture up here, I'm going to thump you.
Saw that picture.
I used to work for that website.
Did you?
That sounds terrible. Oh my God, that sounds terrible. No, I used to.
I mean, like, this is what people are mainly complaining about. Like, oh, she was semi-sexy, and now it's got to go. And this happened to me from MormonGirls.com.
I think that's actually not that bad. On the fact that you realize that she's dropping her dress.
So what? She dropped. She has a nice slip on. You know what? 16-year-old Varian can fap to that.
Oh yeah. No, I mean she's very pretty. It's definitely suggestive, but it's not flat out. Here's my boobs in your face.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to work for. I think it was Mormon girls and Mormon boys. I used to do work for Kelly Shabari, who's a former porn actress who has then gotten into adult marketing. So she hired me, and for about a year, I wrote tweets for. Yeah, that is. But I wrote tweets for various adult companies, and I always said that my favorite one to write for was the gay Mormon porn site.
I just had those. Like,
it was fun. I never knew what I was gonna come across each week.
What does one have to write on a? I mean, like, because I've seen people now hiring people for their comics companies to tweet stuff out. So how does that work? If you are the head of Twitter, do they hand you stuff every day to post?
For me, when I did it, Kelly would send me the accounts that I needed to do that week. And usually I would basically did a spreadsheet. They would want usually one tweet a day. And they would be a mix of marketing and whatever, articles, depending on what the site was. For the gay Mormon porn site, I would go onto the site and I would basically tweet out. I would pretend I was one of the characters, and I would switch it up between different characters and talk about, act as if basically the videos were real life. Like, oh, I got called into so-and-so's office this week. I wonder what's going to happen. Yeah. With a link to the site for the video. If it was for a toy store, it would be about like if they had a sale going on, or I would talk about different products they were selling. But for me, I didn't actually. She actually had control of their Twitter accounts. She had logins for them. And she used a scheduler, and she would just schedule all of the tweets. I just wrote them.
So because I was wondering, like, how that works. Like, do I need to send, like, oh, I want you to, like, do you have to make that up yourself? And I've seen some people do it, and some others, others not so good. But yeah, I would like to. I'll hire you as the Twitter.
The Twitter person for you.
Twitter person, yeah. I'll hire you. You do all the Twittering, because I forget about Twitter sometimes. Like, I have a little button here. This is how bad it is. I use to control a lot of stuff on the stream on IndieVolt. I have a little stream box. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see what you guys are seeing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have a little stream box, and I got the smallest version of it. I didn't need because you can add like infinite subfolders, and then
okay.
I can go in here and see when I push that it changes, and I have all these other little buttons, and I can use it. I use it to play sounds. I can use it to switch cameras if I wanted to, but I have a button here for IndieVolt. And when I push that button, it's not. Oh, this button here. It's a little Twitter button. When I push that button, it sends a tweet out that, hey, we're live on IndieVolt.com or IndieVolt on our YouTube with a link to it.
So you have a pre-programmed message.
Right. All I have to do is hit that button when we go live. Do you know how many times I forgot to hit that button when we go live? And so yeah. I mean, it definitely helps. But I do have some things that do tweet automatically for IndieVolt, which is kind of nice. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to have somebody kind of go in there and to answer those questions when you get direct mail that you sometimes you forget, because
right.
I've got 3 different companies to run, so it's it's pretty hard.
And she did more of
chat variant.
I see.
Yeah, she did kind of more of that. She war horns.
Let's see.
I've seen this project, and I know some people that are super, super, super excited about it, and I'm just kind of like, But I think it's just because it's not like it's a bad book or anything. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's not a bad book. It's just not my thing, I don't think.
Well, I'm just trying to get him something to talk about on Tuesday, because he was like, we got to come up with something to do.
There you go. You can talk about war horns. You can talk about, God, who is it? Josh Dahl's new drama Kickstarter or Indiegogo that he's doing. Where he's taking on Comicsgate head on.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of if I can find it.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. I try to avoid that crap, but a friend of mine really got into it with him the other day.
What are you taking on exactly? I just.
Well.
The war corns does look pretty interesting. It's very
You can talk about the new online petition for Halloween.
Oh yes.
My God, I got into that. Somebody.
It's an online petition for Halloween. What do they want?
They want to change the date of Halloween to be instead of being October 31st, make it the last Saturday of October.
Mm-hmm.
That way,
treat.
Yeah, for kids, and I just said it was the stupidest shit I've ever fucking heard in my life. Because first of all, Halloween is not an official government holiday.
Right.
So how the hell are they supposed to officially change the date if it's not an official thing? And second of all, most communities either already do their stuff on the weekend, or trick or treating and shit is done by like 8 or 9 p.m. So get your kids home and put their fucking asses to bed if you're that worried about them not being able to get up for school tomorrow, the next day.
Yeah.
Like, this is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. And people are like, well, I think it's a good idea. And I'm like, I think you're stupid.
I remember
because see, this is what happens when I go away and I reboot. I come back and I'm just like, fuck you. I'll just tell you. People don't let her go anywhere. Let her get run down and tired, because then she's quiet and it's okay.
I lived in an area once where they sent out a notice and told us trick or treating was going to be done on that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Any children or adults caught out trick or treating on the 31st of October would be ticketed or detained by the police.
Okay, well, that's a bit extreme.
Yeah, that was years. That was about 7 years ago or so. And I want to say it was either Clinton Township or Shelby Township I lived in at the time. But they wanted that was the rule. They didn't want anybody. They wanted to try trick or treating on Saturday, and there were kids out trick or treating on Saturday. We had a couple stop by, and we gave them candy and kind of that, but just city down.
I'm trying to remember. I mean, my area is so crazy. They bus kids from other areas to my subdivision, and it's ridiculous. I mean, it's like, where did all these people come from?
Yeah. You know what, though? I do drive around. I don't walk because, this is kind of. I was chased by a dog once when I was trick or treating for like a couple blocks. Chased by a dog and got away, but it's one of those things where ever since then I've been afraid. So now with me having a little boy, they jump in the car. We'll go from house to house. We'll go down the side. We'll come back down the block. We'll get in the car. We'll drive back over. Because we ever get chased by something, we can get back to the car very quickly. But that's just weird. I'm just weird. Yeah. So, I don't know. Changing Halloween, though, doesn't sound...
What do you guys give out for Halloween? What do you guys give out for Halloween?
I give out all types of candy. I give out, little Snicker bars, Reese cups.
You're lazy.
Huh?
You're lazy.
Snickers bars, Reese cups. Wait, what's that? Is that action figures?
You give out action figures. You got little toys like miniatures.
Yeah, like the
Army Man. Okay.
Yeah, but I paint them all up individually.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm coming to your house.
There's a little Cobra dude with a.
Oh, are you starting now for Halloween?
No, these are still leftovers from last year.
Okay. I thought you were starting now for Halloween.
But yeah, I usually get them early.
That's fun.
Yeah, the kids go, "Oh my god!"
I know it's. I used to love this one house I went to when I was a kid.
Cool. I've also given away trading cards that I've done sketches of, so you could do sketch cards variant.
I could.
I used to go to this house when I was a kid, and the guy would give out like a handful of pennies. And it wasn't like we made the big bucks off of this guy, but he was just like this really sweet old guy who would like save up all his pennies for like the entire year to give to kids on Halloween. I just thought it was like the sweetest thing.
Nowadays, you give out pennies. You probably
yeah. Now you get them chucked back in your face.
Yeah. Hey, you old fucker! Take this. Take these pennies to the head.
Comics oriented thing. I'm also giving away.
I give out. Oh,
They don't like those.
I want comics.
Hey, Mom. That man gave me freaking read.
I gotta go down south. Clearly, I want that. I want those first two. Transformers are okay, but I want the first two.
Lewis, Lewis, you have an online,
huh?
You have an online store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering because I was gonna put up links for people, not now, but on Indie Vault to go to our separate places and buy our stuff.
Yeah, I'll send you a link to it.
Buy my stuff. I don't have any stuff, but buy it anyway.
Well, you can always sell the books.
Yeah, you gotta go to Free Comic Day, get all the free comics, and then give away the free comics at Halloween.
Yeah.
See, my problem is that where I live, we don't have enough stores around for me to like do that because, and those that I do occasionally go to for like Free Comic Day are like, you can get like
2 books or something.
Yeah, you can get like no more than 4.
Yeah.
And none of like, not like 2 of the same thing. But when a few years ago, they did a thing.
Well, I don't have any duplicates. I have all single issues.
Yeah.
But I got like probably about 30 or 40 books down there.
Well, now I'm sad I don't go to your house for Halloween because, man, I want that Dark Crystal book. But yeah, they're really, but they did a few years ago. I can't remember who put it together. It was at IDW, maybe did those little like mini comic packs you could buy for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And they were fairly inexpensive. I think they're like $5 for like 10 comics or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I grabbed some of those and gave out. We don't get a ton of trick-or-treaters here. So I grabbed those and gave them out. And I think the rest of them I actually put into that table that I did down there. I made up like giveaway packs and just like gave away.
I wonder if see, I just give away candy. I'm pretty lazy, guys. I admit,
No, I only did that because I happened to be in a comic book store at the right time. It wasn't I pre-planned and made an effort to go get them. I just happened to be in the store that day because I don't know why. I was looking for something.
Maybe I'll give away some used PlayStation and Xbox cards. Here you go, kids. Here you go. Take that. They'll get mad when they get home. That cheap fucker.
Maybe that's what I should do. I should go through all of our games and find all those slips of paper for free months of Xbox Live and just hand those out.
Yeah.
Here, have some Xbox Live.
It has been great talking to you guys, but I must go do some stuff outside.
Ew.
Yeah.
Really? You decided you're going to actually do something now.
Like,
yeah.
Not just do something, but outside.
Yeah, well, the sun's going down over here. It looks like it's going to rain.
It has not. It is super bright here. I'm not leaving this house.
My plan is to, wait for a little while longer, get the lawnmower, push it outside, just the rain
and then make your kid mow?
No, he's not here. He's gone. He's gone with his mother. They went to some family's house to enjoy sitting outside by the pool. And we got a perfectly good pool here, but screw my pool, right? So
I'll use your pool. I'm okay with it. Pool and ridiculously cold air conditioning.
I can always go watch a Steamboat Flare Classic, I guess.
Yeah, my plan is to pull the lawnmower out just as it starts to rain, and then I am going.
Oh no, I can't. No cheese balls. Ew.
Then I'm gonna say, I can't. I'm gonna go back in the house and sit and read all these comics that I've collected.
You already send those things out to your kids?
What's that?
Cheese balls? Oh yeah, they're getting the cheese balls.
Well, no. I'm saying you ought to put Donnie.
my youngest is really tuned in politically to things, and he would probably chuck them at my head.
Oh,
He's,
he wouldn't get the
he's,
joke.
he wouldn't think that was funny.
Okay.
That sounds terrible. He's a good kid, and he's just
No, that's fine.
he's just way more in tune with that kind of stuff than I ever was at his age.
Mm-hmm.
So he is definitely part of that generation that is going to be out there voting and speaking their words. And
as long as you understand that the
Oh, got Inspector Gadget playing. I heard Gadget.
That was my.
I know that was from Inspector Gadget. What was it for?
It's a ringtone on my phone.
I thought that was him doing another sound. I'm sorry.
No, that was my phone. It freaks people out because of the siren.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking, I should probably change that because it freaks people out, like in stores and stuff. And then I don't change it. And
you can always get the Cowboy Bebop. You don't like the jazz startup?
Maybe. I don't know. I like things that I'm a little more familiar with, I guess. Or I used to have my phone was custom to who called me, but now I only have that for a few people when they text me. Mostly because I've gotten lazy with having to reset it, when I got a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't want to go through all that. But hey, that Indiegogo thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I threw it up there. I didn't read the Indiegogo, so I don't know if he actually is talking about kind of his thing on it, how he if he actually goes into the whole meaning behind it. But he had posted. Some people think it's really funny and really great. Other people are really against the idea that he's basically using controversy to fund a book.
Well, we will take a look at it. We'll take a look at it. We're gonna take a look at it.
Take a look at it. Give you some Tuesday fodder.
Yeah.
Phone, stop it.
We'll never take a look at it.
But yeah, so check it out. Like I said,
I don't understand why they would think it was necessarily.
I'd have to go through and find the original post from this guy about it.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with it. I've seen him.
It's going to be out there. If they're legitimately punk rock band, they're going to be, anti-establishment, anti-political type people. They're going to criticize government. They're going to criticize all that stuff. That's what punk does. So if you don't understand that, then you don't understand what the book's about.
Well, like I said, I found the link. I haven't actually looked at any of it. I just know that
just common knowledge of punk.
There was some. I think it's the way. I don't even know what the book's about. That's how little I've looked into it. But there's a little bit of drama. Basically, because the way he was wording stuff, in his Facebook posts, that he was looking to start more drama. And more, and that kind of stuff, which a lot of people are just really against. We have enough drama in the industry. We don't need somebody intentionally going in and starting shit.
Well, I think too, for some people, and I'm not saying it that way for Josh, but for some people, the drama that they can get from it, oh man, maybe I can make myself a career on either side, be it for or against. I can build a name for myself. And some people don't, they get into it and then they don't get the type of buzz they were hoping to get. And then they leave because it's not what they thought. They thought they were gonna get, notoriety and people were gonna say, oh yeah, man, you're the effing best. And they didn't get that type of I'm not saying that's what he's doing. It's just
I really don't know. I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it. I don't know what his intent really is. I just know that his post, the way he kind of posted about it, was a little bit I'm just kind of looking for trouble.
Yeah.
And
we'll look around at it, I guess.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. We'll talk about it. And I'm sure we'll talk about it before that, but then I'll have it on the show Tuesday too, so that we can.
I think he's doing a 2-week campaign. It's obviously not. When I looked at it earlier just to pull it up, it wasn't. Oh my gosh, child. It wasn't.
He's got a flexible goal of 1,000 with 14 days left. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, it didn't look like it was. He's $5 on 1,000, so.
All right, guys. I'm going to get out here for the day. I will see you guys. I'll talk to you all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys take it easy.
Back to work.